baby tenesa see ye the suban we nko ade a and they forget it. Now when I afraid I say gateway to Africa way Ghana way oh you forget it you forget in just that I am to do the bia metenha me bisa 10 years ago na China won 15 years ago 30 years ago the name is na China won yan for Dubai they say sorry ya nyina ye ni ya gani 10 years ago na Dubai won 20 years ago na Dubai won na want you on one camp na so munyina yes on beka mo ho abom no more vibrating on one go no say munyina won fa the bia be kwaso ahyehyehye mo asese ya the bia be kwaso adi atem say ya the bia be kwaso aye ni mafinya matantan say abusia ne ho ne say ene sankofo miensen me bobo bomudin ye fe be ye se ye fe ma me bi na yele ene ni nua sankofa na mama maame ho ama bati TV omo nyina ya abonfo ya me nua mo abonfo woni mo atage o mama me na me kodru ho no mo di atem ena me comment say abusuafo ye nyina ye ni papa ko ye nyina ye Africa fo na ya kanfo na ye Ghana fo enti say atem ne ntokwa sei sefa ene di yembedu na me text ne before I beba no catch ro mo say me so me ye boni se ne omo so ye bono fo sa in fact me ye boni sa bi me free bono do ma akire masu enti nana ajiman badu nana mbomu asema wo ba bi wo bi anchia wo nana so ye nso nhene ni bia me so mbu nana se ne osu bu nana na pepepe and I'm can say so me abunu ni se ne nyina ye abono for your platform is na so die ye ne ho hia entokwasem ne ho hia we fa we say no e ho hia na mpuntu ne wo se ye dwen ho na ba ye betimi apushi Ghana na se nyina ye pushi Ghana ye nyina beba be ye nipa baako ya no be ma ebema yuta ye fa nsuo so ko kurofoforo so na ye koda ne sebi nkoa wo bi man so ne bema to atwa kakra ade yi di asema me kan yi nyene me kan papa se ne de nsuo abome nsuo na abome papa ne maame no maame na yellow se hwan no maame na yellow mpacho emi se wanhu manim ye ntibra ha sei na behwe manim ye asa wasen akodi atem ne bi Mammy di matem papa. Mammy di matem papa say. Some more kind fat me to me repeat cry good me am huffy. Asama mekayani I say yet the way et no my moa. Yet the way etim push on mine. Yet the way etim kasa ani a pesa Ghana ebe ye krabashe. I say sorry. Me dan hame en hame kwan nimum. Be see ye create awareness say. Baby asanto kwane ko na ekobone. Me de ba me team after say di matem we eja ye drop pay me. Ma me ko pay me wan ko na bi say de ba me team ne say. Say ye kwaswa di atem say. Ye kwaswa kontokwa say ya me bisaw. Asantefo na ye firi Kumase ko doma eko techiman eko brekum eko ko bono ho eko di dwa no ombe da akọ yeso abonofo na ye ba Kumase eba be fa niema ebedi dwa no ye be den akọ because ya seti ntokwa bi we ntem otan bi we ntem atendide bi ikoso niema fo ne niema kankan bi ikoso ntisese no bono be suro so abekọ asante suro so abekọ bono ye nyina ye wale ye ho bono ni eko wale santenia ojense asantefo empa abonfo asem ana abonfo so bedwen se abonfo empa asantefo asem nti se don na wo ho na nka betimi awaren because of that nti na wale na say senkola so abamu dada na because of that nkola no omo life abesey because papa ya asantini maame ye bono ni nti ye nhia hwan ne ka cho se ye nhia say nyina ya akanfo a why na ka se ye nhia say nyina ye kan say Ghana fo ye nyina ye Africa fo ye nyina ye nipa baako a why na ka se ye nhia enu ntimi bisaw ahemfofo na omode dadada saa oman we nyinu no mpanimfo na omofififi saa man ye tena ha nhwe ha kosi se ye behu so obi afasikan de abo ne yonko bunu ni anase obi afoto de abo ne yonko asante ni ye tena ho akosi se bedu saa level na na ye tena ho akosi se niema baji nsamu yet na akosi se nipa baako akora ketekete na wasofon na odi sinanim ohene pani bia na wodi natem yet na ho ama niema beseisei asen ya yeden biem se sia na astate jana state na eso no yentimi nya ho hwe e yasem bisa yentimi ya ho hwe kosi se akora edi pani natem panyi di akolatem abonofo edi asantefo edi abonofo atem egwefo ekon nkranfo akon enti wei ene ye de chichiro my Ghana me pache wo enti wei ene ye de pa my Ghana mpuntuo no me pache wo enti wei ene ye se ye nyina ye nipa baako ye nyina ye sori ya ne ya ma ya no so ane praye wo hoi wuyi baako anebu na emu kaboma emu eno ni ye na se ye ni patuntum po ye nyina ye kakasa baako ye nyina ye te ye ho ase ye nyina ye bonton baako ye ntimi nka ye ho moma na se okokuma okọ abrochire na se broni ye racism wo so a ene do betimi akasa de ya ne se ye nyina ye kokoduru America ye kokoduru Europe eno de ye hu se ye asantefo ye hu se ye abonfo ho ne ye Ghana fo ye Africa fo. It is about time I was say ya train a sebu enini. Hey, me dear mama who nana whoever from, I will never say anything bad. Men can be bia born found. Atema wedim nyina yem frama, I don't care. Nemo me catch them. Nini. Me pacho with all due respect, mini had say me be do biatem. With all due respect, minu anama abonofo minu anama santefo ye nyina Ghana fo sebio jena ya adwen wo fom no mama ye nyini wo yetim mama adwen no sebio enyini na sese ya yentime mo my Ghana enkoso da se ye de asante ye de bono ye de ayuge ye de ewe ye de enkran ye de na hwanhwan ye de se ya Ghana will never Ghana nyini da Africa sorry da ye betena sa esan say first of all yentimi anye togetherness yentimi and succeed with that. Hey, before America be America no omu nyina ka bom e no mba be baako enu ntina ukọ Europe say United Kingdom oba USA say United States of America. When are we going to get United State of Africa? See ya abusia ye besenya babim nana gas city wa join it abusia say afre na wa join and nkomo aye bedin ye say asante ene bono war. This is the end of the war. I was he twem ye nyina hu say nyina ye nipa baako nana gas city bremo me pa cho ho te sen
ma nyamena do na so
me ho ye papa asem de ebi papa
na wom ni se Bible kan se bo se nokore because nokore meaning says entimi ntwam da saa wo na akroso do entimi ntwam da
wo se mutwa
na utie
pa
krobia wo saa kind of issue no ewo ho uko Italia saa kind of issue no ewo ho uko Libya saa kind of issue no ewo ho uko Spain saa kind of issue no ewo ho so far na Ghana so make saa kind of issue no ewo ho by Ghana de ne ye ne jimi kwan so whereby emfanya nsam uko Libya Tripoli for no buse saba Tripoli for no busi omo ye super heroes bi san sabafo sana akọ Zwara for no so kora mpo kire se omo nye Libya for omo Italy for but omo te Libya what you say uko Italy Milano for no so kire se they are powerful more than Napoli but I'll check it history krama Napoli and Rome ne gi Italy so but omo yi Napoli film say Napoli dey crowd ya Africa that's why omo Oko Spain yewo babi ti say Barcelona almost dream say omo ye supreme be saying the whole Spain what you say omo makan de omo bu omo animtia sa so na Andalusia for no so no kan kurum bebre so wo a omo timbu Andalusia no animtia but wo ka omo nyina bebo ma omo nyina be Spain for bedu say ye chichiri kuro no dia ye yi sa tan keten no editor nche chichiri kuro no ntimi ni say ewo ba bia na ye dia na akoye Jimmy Penso anse de bia me kasa omo say oh gazeti men kasa tuntumfo dia dia ni ma that's our problem here ye nye ni nyanza so ye ni Jimmy so no sabi oti ase na wati ase wonti ase no problem tuntumfo dia dia ni ma ye nye ni nyanza so ye ni Jimmy so what you say because we America nyina no wonte se obi ekodi obi maami atem obi ekodi obi papa atem countries na me bubodin a me ma example nyina say
Asante 333 plus 346
ye pre mpuntu corona me bubosu nyina no obi e pre mpuntu na ayren akọ na side obi apese ne kuro yere eyeye nti wontim ko yi obi maame nyina ho nkodi na tem na obi papa nyina ho nkodi na tem ana obi abusu apanyini ana obi leader enkodi na tem na momo pressure we ye supreme omo area na ye supreme bia e chese resources good resources nyina na eba omo area and they fight for the country they don't fight for personal income say me kodi obi atem anya followers e social media ana me kokon ma hene bi se Spain wo hene ba yenko ma hene yakuma kuru ye kuma kuru ba ye de na kwa te se yenko makuru na mum ye didi ye ho atam ko ba yamfa so bi anyere emma so ena anya effort adwen no problem wo ma think say nyango point boy no abrofon abofon kitengete na last one no wo me ne bo tuntumfo de bia because o dwen ye no ma bia ye ho a o dwen ho anye Ghana de bia me ka anye only Ghana the whole Africa the value is the same hey Kwame Nkrumah sore Ghana Kwame Nkrumah sore say me CCT bia meje Ghana so ye nya obi a Kwame Nkrumah sponsor na okó school ba ya nimdi onu ko suya ya kese de bebu man say ye nko ye kunkutu Kwame Nkrumah school nya nimdi okó suya yo ye nko ye ku odwin we hu anyansa ni Gaddafi ye na anwen so obe si Libya si tie bia obe fight ama Libya ye Libya o fight ko dum pempen so a bia se untim fa president bia en compare Gaddafi ni nya tenas ya se akoye na ye fepa ma men ko jisika na mko yi ni na to nto akonwa na ontena fam wa huntuntum ni adwene nti chese wo plan se ade ni be ye no no bi dia chire plan se obese no ade betima ye tuntum ni betima ye ni wo wiase nyina na se yense no nko a pase betima boa no atena se anya nyansa abuild ade de ebeye den se MISJOAN betima ye nko ade agacity ebetwene to asan obebu na bam o mane nye pasi odi atam de a ana wo ye noma emfata income de a obenya support
right
that's tuntum for yesu man no obenya support whereby ya wujimi wo ye nkwase asem and the betima support to fire more but na mum ye trans na ye nwe man ho de tuntum ni ntimi ye no enye possible because me hunu bi se bia obi biasi bibi tuntuni aye bibi saade a meme hu bi tuntuni na oye na adwen so obeye so no nua ono anu nua tuntuni yi ne to akonwa esanse no bu ha no se Burkina president wonya oye lese tuntuni besina kele na firo se ne awoye obu aguru no dodo ye enche se obu aguru sa obe kele na firo because normal e ko so minu nim se enye sa ankrofo mu adi atem nyina ubi sama ombeka se enye the question is ade enye di entra omoye unim se enye di entra oye ade na oye empanyimfo no so omoso no omu di atem no so omoso atebio ba se omo be ba na omo be tiangwa ne se asumasi atem na mudu na eye omosi no mudi ya mu kuma yenti na eye mo nto aso ana nkora na ejimi na mpanyimfo no so ehwe na se nkora ejimi na mpanyimfo mo hwa ye be kam nyina bom se mo ye de wonamfofo papa
Gasiti ibina yo mate yo
se wonamfofo mo ajimi a o ka ho ma ye den 5 because wonamfofo ajimi automatic so ajimi when is because oyo wonamfofo sa na wonamfofo ani ate o so ka ho wani ate nti se nkula na ajimi a mpanyimfo no mo so ye den menka so mo ajimi fo ba so mo ajimi na wutimi hwe anye se ye nte anye se ye hu debi omote omuhu omohwe social media yi omonte kura ma omuti FM station so omonhwe FM station so kura mpo na TV station they hear abonten so kura mpo omote nti die ntra omutimi tena kwa ehwe na okoka mo se o mo ye mpanyimfo they said ye nya adaje ekopa o ma chew se na ye pa achew nkola bi edi atemti kokasa just imagine nti ye nkopa o ma chew dia they cannot correct anything until say bibewu anantokwa bibesi ne akasa ane mo nkopata ntokwa ana mo nkosiesie se tuntum ni bibi nseye de enyanyansa an nkora no
yo that's it
yo
that's it besnya about
mpanyimfo si nyame mayedwa yeso ye wase yeti ye hwe mo ntokwa no si ana yeso gya aguma mo ntokwa na esia ebesoja aguma mo
aya man tokwa ni nsi nemu ye hwe se betimi aso ano a because say de kobo
ma me boko de ni say ya na start
ba na no ye de ai gusu a amafo ndrakra video bia me hwe akra ketekete bia ye di tu aka no nti ye tena ho ama ade akobo ni sei ya de bono asante ena domahen ena asante hen ena domahen yet na ho sia na bajinsem
yo benyo nyame ma bega
very sorry to say this me abunu na so meka nokre me nua abunu bi abrofo bi pa wa ho sabio previous of sabi ebimu
MISJOAN both side ni nyina obi ya de
ebimu adwen wo fom papa ebimu adwen
both side ni nyina
me de me se meka because me yabru ne hoso na minim eno so na meka de mahu so de ma join ne nne ena na mahu say yes na be ma katachi pa ejina TikTok na nya bia bro ni TikTok no yeye o de ba se sebe momfa medi nkrofo atem na bema pa do
MISJOAN ko ma misa ko sankrofo mu di atem no omo oman nu ma na so bo abu
oh I don't know mama mo bodin na mo hu ni ye na mo ko hye mo ba bi da
me ba mu mutu kwan se mutu kwan kwa broche na eya mu ko peska na mu ko penim die
omo sabi obi mu ko penim die yes you host bad people me ba platform na me ko join ya me ko hu sa de you host ni your friend na ayele ena ne supporters no ba ko de San Kofa TV oyo ba pink atale bi na hye no ena ba ko de Mama Bati TV Mama Ba TV ena be ma no wo mo di atem kese no efe no o se kwadwo ena ohene ba bi so ka ho ohene ba no kra de na no ye yasen ma no ena fashion ena nkufu we gina pa se makoka se de ye na hu nya ntokwa na hu nya ntime mo my Ghana
edin abubu ne nyina ti edin abubu ne ya ayele osai ɔsɛnala wasɛe wɔn nyinaa gyina kasa kyerɛ ɔmo ne nipa ban nti mɛma wɔyɛ nkura
Ah,
sefo
me ha me but
Edin
me oh my
ya
Ghana
ayele.
kampro. Say you say ya dia forget so my Ghana be konen. Osun pacho brem. Brother, pacho it same. Bad people me ba so ati.
Yes, sir. You know so yeah.
Me ho ye
Yeah.
papa. Pacho.
Okay. So, Mrs. Star, me on the be amika say. Yeah, problem you na ashasiye any politics. Hwɛ politicians on ɔmo kɔ yɛ ɔmo nkɔfoɔ bi a ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo bo yɛ na ɔmo sa brɛ yɛn nsu na me asɛm na emi megu so aka da bi a sɛ yɛn Ghanaians na yɛ adwuma ɛha no ɛne atam politics asoa nkɔfoɔ wei yɛ yɛn tamfo da bi a meka sɛ politicians are our enemies. My sister, hwɛ one of the strongest two are when I say strongest tools are equal politicians and it divide, rule and conquer too. Oba Ghana ha no si a ade ba kwa m tidy adwuma pa tribal politics. Tribalism. Sa boko intoko ye esi bebrebe nyina emu ahanya bebrebe nyina ye due to tribal politics. Na manabasa. Yeah. Now my question am person be say asante ne bono ento kwa hyase da ben.
Oh,
Da ben ankasa na ye koka say asante fo ne bono fo ko. E hyase da ben ento kwa ben ne da asante fo ne bono fo.
All the way. Oxford
that
now.
Ben na waste at
One final chance to get it forward.
Before say Kwame Nkrumah ebeti bono and half region. Na asante fo ne bono fo na mo ye ba ko. Nti he na sa entokwa no ko hyase fi ya. Sisi asɔre to understand say yes asante for the bono folk e hyase da ben ni nyina akɔfa bai yɛn politicians here yɛn politicians yi na akɔhyehyɛ nneɛma bi akyi na hwɛ me sister da bia me kase wo hu da bia me kase sɛ obi huahua ne crew obi huahua ne man obi huahua ne culture na wohwɛ na yɛ ofa na wahuahua wo bi hwɛ me ka no korɛ oba platform yi so a a lot of attacks are ɛkɔ asantefoɔ so nya adeketewa and me ɛnyɛ sɛ bi a me kasa sɛ bi a me asantini anase bisa no me asɛm no ne faraba anase baabi a ne esin na me de beto attacks are ɛkɔ asantefoɔ so no nya adeketewa and sorry sisi ayɛ more fueling by nkofo bi a mo hyehyɛ politicians bi akyi amu di o matem na mo kansem ya and yes we have asantefo a amu ye bi me try and kase bi a me ka favor man na say bisa bam sister attacks are ekwa asantefo so nya adeketwa ba hwɛ me say ye twi amu ne betrenye pa ohun Ghana ha no say ohin bi e no no tu fo say tu ba ye peda enye dwuma da there be na obi a kincha asranko hu ni ebu ni mu ase and e was say ye ni munyam hyema ye Ghana for say ye wo a Ghanaian ye wo hin bi o Ghana ha no say ya odu international stage a otimi project Ghana ma Ghana ko nani say ye frɛ teacher for ewiase a ye bo tun for say tutu din kam and ultimate dispute ye ho dan enye ye there be na ye be ye opa ye ndi na tem say zebe all time say the grandpa enye ye sa na tie ye accept say oye Ghana ni we should even find pride in it sisi nyina ya kabom ya be Ghana for we are a unitary state irrespective of the be our free enti no I was saying differences no I was saying who say that is our strength that our diversity should be our strength it shouldn't be our weakness when we fight against you me say ehun hia me akasa me nimra asante ne domanto kwahase and ni nyina politicians the shechiri politicians and the shechiri na ya hwe ya one day ya di sorry to say kwase politics be ya di aboy enkro my sister Somalia wahu this is Somalia excuse me this Somalia and Somaliland na sifo entoko ya and also no I'm finding themselves outside the country, no. I'm going to ba. No matter life, esi amani. No, I'm diom what them see ya. I'm diom what. I want to crow anymore. I want to baby. They are outside the country. No, I'm diom what them see ya. No, I'm diom what them. No, I'm crow nim so soon. Share. Me say entokwa so mu wahu. I'm crow nim na ho chede om. Into what wo crow nim na. Obi ti na bro chiri. No di atem. Na supporting. Cause na supporting. Na ntokwa ne ba o nti abrochire ho bi o ti o mayi mu e be ka mo na wa o ti abrochire ni nso na sorry o fuele o di atem no so abusuafo nyina ni ho de o mu o se si dan organ ha no se yum o kokokokokwa ha no se na beba nti di atem no na diko na ntokwasi ni ese o japadi edi kum nkofo a e na be hu say yes we di nkwasi asem nti mi sister me nka kese ba me dia me kan say o si nyina hu ye hu say before we are working towards one goal. We are working towards the black liberation. We are not working towards a tribal liberation. Division is just a dividing for a limiting for and say yes I can although yes possible draw your map name my fine idea to you akabum yeah accept say person your money back. I was say diversity no a strength because we are shunku ye nyina ye ka boma ni are finding a good cause I bit me dia boom into Mr. my interest because some yes and make us up here na ma kan sim dia yenka
yeah betni abas him that's papa patinash abusia me pacho se afi e na wa join ya ye se ebono ene asante ntokwa na den na masa ne ma we nyina bai nti se ye se ye pe se Ghana be konanim ye nyina be ba be ye baako na yetimi ama Ghana be ye krabehwa ntokwasem we be huna gonja fo de omo de nam ha be fo de omo de nam ha enkrafo de ho fantefo we yetim e de ye oman eman ye yi Ghana na ye jama ye no emoja na nananu hwiegu ho ma ye no me pacho eho adwuma e na ye yi ene ne ntokwa yi we ye kesesin we ti say na me bisaw ja ye ho na ye ko se ma mimisa question e besi dan ama asante ni ifre kumase akobono dwa ama bono nso efre asante bono aba asante dwa nti we de na e ka kire yen de na we e ka kire e de mpuntu e ba Ghana na yasia bi sesem panimfo mienu ya anasem panimfo omodeda sa mai we ya no na ye ka ho asem me pa cho nti omuntimi nsori nka bibia e ma dwobrema enkyere se Ghana ye nipa baako ye nyina ye di ye ho ade ye nyina ye ware ye ho why tanash pacha bro tanash gh pacha bro champion
abusi afọ me cheche mu nyina
ye justo
me did say oba dia daroma obi a ho ye
odoma koma da mo ye ho ye pa
MISJOAN
papa mami
I think say moja na ye na nanim hwiegu ye mae no ye mu bi ya meto sa moja no so atase ye hu ye ni ehu sa moja no ye ni tio ye ni ehu ye na ye witness war so da so atase
edio
enti I think say ye hu bi da no ye pese ye hu Ghana ye pese ye hu enu nti na de e ma rego e wo mu kase ene ye ne eti abrochire se wo betimi akoye wo awesa ba kromu ha stress egu ha enya sam kitwa chesa wo da wo na kranso nyame aye wadom wako abasundwem a esese wo pa aduani di na wo da wo de wani ne nkata kra wo de da wo mpa no so na relax na kwa TikTok na kwa hwe niema a esre na fa restore wadwen no na what me atwe phone na si wanim uti abrochire o na wudi atam abrochire phone na esoso jagum kasi
yes
ye ni egu abrochire
that's true
sha America ye to abani wie ye no MISJOAN what is say Democratic for Actually say the Republicans ni bi and say the papa because of any Democrat ni nesiso na Republicans ni nesiso ntini yes oletia they think about the nation first omodwi o man ni ho kane ade ne say enya emfa wo say wo Republicans ni na emfa wo say Democrat ni na omo nyina be kwa adwinkro mu say de wo ye no enye. So what I say, but yeah, Ghana for the studio, Debbie. Yeah, Yama politics, a divide here. Ama said yes, I say a dream on my Ghana and honor. Debbie and you, sir. There's no way, said ASANTE Betiniaka said, without a BA or the BBA and 3 BA. And there is no way, sir, without BA. BONO Betiniaka said. Me ye bibia enfri asante ye nipa ba ko ye nuam ye wale ye ho ye kakasa ba ko tese I don't know the reason ade we akwai to say bola suja no phone na one day na jibu na so say oh me say we there MISJOAN me ha sanya wo platform we so na wo this way ba ya me ha me nam TikTok na me copy live so na ye bono ni asante no an me twam
na ne de me kopay yo me nue
da me nyina ho ntie me nyina ho ntie kura because sister the omo be kan kwanhwe ye be wakoma ya sabati ase we ye di nana we atam timi so bi kodi we atam sister ene kofa de be baaye hwe ebibifo hu nyame obo ebibifo no on se ade bia no yanya tumi na broso swati ase erade di bibia maya nti abeye asabeye ade so amaye ayo hawa amaye yes ayo ade bia wunya ne mo a ebeye o hawa ma that is a bibifo titro na nkante sa enka Burkina Faso fo ne ayifo e wo France entimi nya demonstration so mu ye demonstration etia Ibrahim Traore se omo ku etia me de oye kuro no omo mpe wa hu bibini adwen wo de hwe kuro mu ha ye we America ha ye we se wo kwa adwuma na wo ni akata ni kokohia se pe na ohun se wo yire ohun ye adwuma supervisor astarte e pe wasem ese so wo town ono a sister on free Ghana on free Mali on free Nigeria on free baby ya wo ni furu ma hye ha onim enton a wo bo nim hwe no sister enam se bibini moja oye bibini na sa bibini su ni ne ban ni woni mu nti no sister obe start ya kan o be start wo wasisa enti abibifo ya ki na ekita ye no I don't know
we are case
say
we are case seriously
oh sister eya me wan hwe me kwa adwuma mu na me ko hu niema bi sa se ekoso a woni mitimi gira wa na me come tin say oh no wonder we e bibini ampa no matter what wa betna ha wona na ma betna ha woni mu nti woni mo hwe no so dia wo ye kire me say bibini moja no wo ye bibini ankasa because ahoya she me wa Ghana no sata ma mi tu se me betna US ha na me ba na me ko me stana na me ye no me o Ghana me ye no me wo customers wo US ha Germany UK just all over at this country wodi niema kwa omo esa esizi na me mfa niema ko bedroom nyina me de niema ko wonim me best stay ya me so okay mami e stay mu na me nji book wonim say me ba na me ye advert customers na nkasa eye audios ma me wo TikTok tina she yen kwa so me shanam so se say me o US nti me ye o US ha ba bia wo bia me bebro all because of say me nti Ghana no na ma bet na US na me ye o US ade any on to me ho me wa so se me calculate a wo to Ghana shipment a wo betu ya no se wo to US ha na ba bia wo ne ye de brewa enka ha kra de no lesser than Ghana. Onto ya hoya why die be nti na say wa betna US na wo ye nku na me na me meto onto but some de call African shops ni Caribbean shops ni dia obekọ ho akoto so as I say me niema me di asa me cry me nsankan e na Togolese woman bi oje me niema ne bi na o se ne niema san na customers bi ha na adwen sa na o se oni ni di nkomo no o na na o di bro no kra me customer ne no da wo gan no so any contact tinash o so there be me pese obe hu se me na me to san se me avoiding no me avoiding there was a time me ka se o mre me niema e wo New York ena o ka tell me say wo US ha enti me avoiding no ena say ye move free New York aba Georgia ha ena ma be hia ne niema ni bi ha enti me pese wo hu bibi ni adwen ya dwen kita ye na tanyama odwin se nka wo tena Ghana na ye na on meto o never ship no but what bet na the me was no me Ghana honum no me kun wa me ba eko me kita me green card enti no si there be bra betnem na je passport wunya book ni wi a eno wo ko ba bi a wo mranya afi na wo ko apply for visa admin na ena me dia abechoki o me dia betnem wa eye na bufu se me wa me so me wa antini ye dia me ton no kra wo nto ya due kita your mindset according to the skill according to chese wudi ho a wonti ase MISJOAN me wafufu mo obi nto aso ati me didi wi a
ba be di bi wa das papa abusunya se afe na wa join na chese nkomo a ye di no eno a na wasuguso yi abonofo enemia mikumu asantefo de be important ne haye ede ne haye bad people achabremo
bad leaders
bad people and they bad people you pass bad people and
bad leaders bad leaders because me ampumuni amenkampo ojonwa wontiase we say for example MISJOAN supposed was war is wabrichi we say war no ways within the country was a man no ebia Belgium and Italy na waloko but Africa no was a yanka say yan ho ikro mu na ya san so loko within first Liberia war Cote d'Ivoire war Cote d'Ivoire war na wokwen Liberia war na wokwen yen say bia Ghana ne Nigeria konda abrofo no won no dominate but African within yanka say yan ho na ye twa yan ho ye because of inconsistency ye ti ye nkrum baako na ye san so twa yan ho ye yan loko adanu bisu mkokopo platform bisu na wore ye NDC na NPP nnam kan say next day na soldiers fo ewowo na wotumi ma boko ekui woku police na soldiers fo ho ye den mkoka say asmo so hye roba mpasa maama na mpache sa maama na waya ma ndakona ba na sasa no boko no oyimi fi programs na aso me kan yansan bone ye wade be won fo police fo nko ye won to ko be won fo police fo nko soldiers fo na so won woko dem to ko mo nye police asam mko kan ya wo hye roba na de amamu eze na Ghana fuko ebi ma adwen etisa no asma me kan peace na ye hwehwe ama o man no ye wade be wo soldiers fo adwuma any police fo no ma kan bo won fo police obi omokoku no young boy wo kuno kwa omokuno intino nempesa me kan nyina ne say sometimes African African pa because na keke nya sambone epekuru yo in South Africa epekuru ya you be a victim awu epese ekuru ya ba no you be a victim omukase wo mu na wonye adani etwana mitivo platforms and man be or TikTok man be wa ba TikTok or ba 65 for 70 years often Kofi Ali and mina Kofi Ali or tab TikTok also ECOWAS news the down the Ghana ni ogenzi twale also or the twale local international court say twale ye soja ban etie ECOWAS mbra and they are men who we say or did I mean my sister France where US for oh you're fucking I'm paso Martin say what say promise for Pesochi Ibrahim Traore Trump US president and they are no to say Trump also Pesochi Ibrahim Traore say dentia or the good no or the rich no or to good no lefa Ghana fia Africa fia e ko twan to acha brofo no o pese o ya wuku boy is up bana wa boy onkum obia
Bad people.
Oh sorry you no man here
Bad people.
boy han say
Bad people, they all want to say, mpese ye concentrate on the ye can so because ye fie na ye timu no. Sebiu e ho se poto. Fie na ye timu no, e mu se poto we se ye clean ho wianse ye se abonte. Na se ya ye fie ni ye ntimi an clean fie no manwi a, e si den ko clean abonte yi. Ti bad people, die ekoso between abonofo ne asantefo ne Ghana nyina okọ north dia na chese ho de kura de mojasem yen concentrate on ye fie ho no yen clean ye fie ho ni ase
you mate enti na pese make nyina ne say for example mama by 3 months I don't know make mama by 3 months pe ejia tutu akra na ade why because of politics yanka say ye boy yan ho abolo yanka say ye boy yan ho abolo and is by different programs light of Aya West yanka say chucho yan ho yeah. Why? 3 months po 3 months pe market 4 akese 4 ashe adenti the market will be one obidid you because of politics obi e wonu di tradition no be school wa send elika no the mechanic nyina say manga munya menka problem munya menka ko odwuma wonti ase we common sense yen nyina ye kro baako wa say yakuya wo ade baako ya say madam jwa baako ya na say e won kwala ombo na omba no wo twa no wo loko ya papa omba wankasa ombo no wo twa no wo loko wa bia pese wo nyina obi agina ye omba no bon pese wo nyina obi agina ye wankasa omba nankasa wata wo ya papa
yo
ntimi de me pese me kan no me na hwe kan bi nti obi so betima atua so
ya das papa enti abusia se afe na wa join na che se enkomo ye die no eno ye topic 19 se ye hu ene che se one thing was ye hu ene say ye santefo say ye abonfo say ye nkranfo say ye before once a wo black skin nko ade eni pa baako emoja baako no ene ko na yemu nti why na ye wrong why na try to be big why na try to be small why na try to it doesn't matter me ho comment bi wa asisi a Mr. Che ena de to ho me pa cho ye nyina ye nipa baako enye no na ye hwehwe wo ye hwehwe se o my Ghana beko nanim na enye sa asante ana abono ana ewe ana nkran ena ekọ nanim e wo se o my Ghana ena nti se de bia ye de ntokwa ye si den ama o my no kọ nanim me ke ebia me yebuni ebia santinity office me call ya o say yebuni o santinity dia me pen because of say me yebuni nti obi say no we deny the o wo sen koye e ma me so me komani when are we going to stop this? You best suffer for this for a long time if we don't put end of this kind of sad behavior woman. Godfred Mpachobram.
Ya mishira mo pa.
Godfred Mr. My 1 minute per. Mpacho 1 minute per was youth Godfred Mpacho Fachem wati. Fachem papa.
Oh yeah, 2 minutes mami. Maybe see anaka Godfred aba.
Godfred Fachem why Mr. Fachem nyame.
The kind I am say my platform is purposely for political purpose and issues of this nature can me from an but I saw the Chile Dakar sending conversations near very same na sɛbi ɛdafo nti na meyɛ sɛ ne nso sɛbi ne asantini na ade baako a yɛde deɛ meka ne sɛ I am a melting pot. I am a bridge between the north and the country and the south because between me papa Gunjani, me mami Asantini, Asantifo di and me Asantini pure, ne 50-50. Gunja for so di jadi me Gunjani pure ne 50-50. It's no about Mr. and some CD. It can be a misleading. Now, we need to first establish this issue of Asantini Bono Asema. And your Bonone Asantini. You realize why your Kobo of Nebakudi or Bono, here the Abefra. And you realize that most of the time, even Bono Crampono, Omutmiba Ebra, Bakube Ebefuno, or Bono for and him for you to create me because they be. Oh, high, oh, Yama, Yeni, and Tawantawa Abba of na one other thing dinner asem we yentumi anka ne brew politics, and of course as a politician ye chemu ebi ko gina ha na ebi ko gina ha na we akasa tia me leader na we akasa tia me leader na yempene sa na ye nsa but I was say tia say in fact ye busa krampa what exactly is the problem what are we fighting over? Bibi Ohana. It is just pure and I can't say we did my term, maybe did not. And so maybe see, I don't think that Medina Bibiaka as Antino Bonasenda because Sebi, we say Sebi Makus Kukaka. Two, as someone knew who need team who need they can be side. It means that we are just having a blunt argument. It can be said, they can't hear. Tie ka ne trans ana na kwese o se me ma no ye din na so ano ye din na yin na ya no ai didi ne ya bodan fo ne nam ko ehunya ise Asante ne wo ye nden ya o ya Asante ne sabi se bona hemfo and oma for those who don't know bono eni ye kan se se ne aka Asante ne bo overall king no bono ni bisa bono de na ye se sirim de paramounts your Ankasiran put the end there. Yes, when you're for city, your the paramount system, there is the overlord, Audi, or Munaso. But not the end, we are assassin, we are him. Inti Anka, and say, will be clear Cassa. Let's say the Okokasampo, no, the Afrabun food now. Said, you better say, I can't say, as Antony can't say, no, the Cofrabun food now. Now, Bono, one said, I need Bonos and I said, is this a Bono history now winning an accident? Because Bono now only be kono. When the wine echo, one can acquire power in echo. So freedom, so feeble, so fear. Only also some minute of Bono. It's high time we all come together and think. You see, as on the four coming to me, as on the four, Nazi, we are sending me, can say, me, only, we are tenny, me and Granny, we are tenny, me can't be that. Then Papa, I can't say, tenny. Yeah, so mammy are sending. So I don't speak on certain issues like this, and I would encourage, say, you know, you're back home. I mean, for the longest time we've lived together. I don't know for me as on the 40 feet, as on the 40 feet, we are the chance to na yama da krope obi akoka ansem bi asama e bitimi atena siaka look, I am a northerner and I can tell you some of these things and one akọ lead as asiri obi ntino hase obi ho a onyini ye na ntokọ ekoso osiri onim du nti aye nso osoro ose me mpene me kochitu uza se die ne ba ya moko onim nso be man say kuzate for ne ye kan say mampurisi for because the war in Boko is over 100 years now. It's about 100 years now. And we say maybe no more 20 years. You want to die. It's your bad. We need to see na mass made and no become. We see na mass made and no become. Yeah, and can see any answer? We Nancy and Eshasia. I think it's not even up to a year. Nancy and Eshasia or Kofu did you want them. So yeah, was a can some year to say. We are just going to catch everything short. Yeah, can one thing. if we decide yen can want to especially on social media, because most of the time it's on social media. We be kick and who was social media and then pina and one no. We be can who be share is a MISJOAN. And yen now quite share with social media. And I said the name of social media, we need some social media. And ye share your income. And then my back. O say hey youth we akwasia me so me say Joan ya hu ye they no born you well ni e di e ho atepọ chi na me ko hwehwe picture dey abeto me social media say me di wate me need that je I don't have that time until it's high time we find purpose in our lives wa kwa edwuma oba wa bre come and rest you want to come on social media come and speak good things there's nothing wrong with being speaking good things on social media and also trendy good things also trend and yes sense money nkwane ti madam asese mama me kwanna
Bacho, ya das papa. Inti yen nyinaa ye ka wo hase muma yen fa bi. Na fi yen fan tretre asempatre. Yen fan en spread na fi sa nema na ekoso. Esun twa anase ntwa kra enkofom. Enkoyi. Godfred, fache me wate odo yewu.
Oh, yes, Madam Pochamat. Why? Me chichi obi a wo platform is so. Yeah, the radiasi. Many of body auto no. The same thing etum wo platform is so. Am a ya papa me anka se me krom fo. Sister ni ti me atem sa. Uti me atem. O hini a wuti se o poor man a wuti se o geni ti me atem. O ti me atem 100%. One fi bi enkan. We hear na omo ka about ayonfofo wo masema na se bibisa na maka che me nuaba ya menye sa ohina wudi na atam no wonem no ohina wudi na atam no wonem na asefo ana ohina wudi na atam sa me nuaba wonem na asefo ana na mebisa ne se ohina wudi na atam no ombo asafo hina wo kromo no ombo ne din kire me so me atemni die bufa na megi me ho adi kyene ne se me pese mo bokro ne di me na meye asafo hene wo krom ho atemdi ohini a ti se o poor man a wo ti se o na me se okay se me ye poor man a me pe se me yo hini a me pe he Ghana enkosi na ye ni do oda ye ninti internal man we into me enkoso me MPB akasa me na akasa sa get into 1 year ye hu ya hoda ye hia da da bia mede nyama kwa kama no ende pen of from so me nua bema na mpese me hu anim se wo ye kokko na se wo ye tuntum even me hu ma no me ne chi no so na ne chi pa se me hu anim da me wa ye business so many years asaba ku pa MPB ka kire mo na se Tevia Ghana yendo ye ho se Ghana se ye do ye ho a sanga barista Ghana akwechiri this adibi o na se ye kan na se ye mo oman mo fo no ye kan ya me fa nhye president ye fa nhye MPs yanka se ye mo na ye foundation awa like oma we mu but Ghana yendo ye ho he asante fo na bonofo ade wo ye esi no nkaka kakankra MP baka we baka but won't see but here me be some say entokwa mahu ntokwa da na ana o yesi ntokwa amonti hase ana mefa lockdown ya komi keka mefa no kura nya example lockdown keka ya komi kura sam endu be 1 year ana say 2 years kura mpo hwe okoma edin of ma awademu ekoma edin of ma wademu ana munti ntokwa yase amuja enhwemuje bi enhwegu antokwa amuje bo hwegu second twi bem itu eto butu nkwa wepi wakoto nsuo butu nkwa wepi se we are branch na wo platform so man ye wadwin se service ana se wutwo makwa me de me pagya adade nti menye body me de me pagya adade nti mo ahoden se ntokwa se forget mo ahoden a wo kurae so just fukura po dwane ma wo a wo pagya adade wo a boha ehye te mesram bebre sa bono fo ne sansefo ye hena ye nipa ba kon Mummy na heading, yanka mumba, who's heading, ye Africa for, ye Ghana for, only be him boa, yam buano, because of all that, any intimacy. It's an Ghana for heading, ye bressano, ye brew samusano, ye brew sika samusano, because of the or do any intim. So do we intim, Sank Africa, a Japadewa. Obie one ko bebre Africa had because of the organic intimacy. Madam for baku of any Joshua. Ombra o to kwana meka chene se jo. Sa woko na kukudu we buchi men mo ho madia. Uhu ne brak ni bia na membe no dwane. Uhu ne brak ni bia wotu ku akwentu mu. Na uhu ne brak ni se brak we nam of membe no. Baby a black foot be bree in Benwa. O Benwa, when you may be bree, Papa Quetchery, be bree padding, a best say. Make I chain went see a juma woman brags for a woman, we juma. Nanga sending me a brags, no did dinner some or more permanent. It's Yammy brags, ye will prove ye were ye were dream program, papa, ye need to. Say you will da anka sa boku na we mu to pay e bi sida say you da bro na santi we side we na den en sida me sisu ma me say me wan me kro me me say da bi mama me nyesa me wan me kro me da o sa me mese no na me ko ware den adeni this ma mese no this o che bi na service adan for na infanti for ma sol na me kro fo no adan moja ewo mi kurum mi moja ewo adan enti tema baba ende se wo ya ibeni anase mi am ye fantin mu hu ibeni ba kra we busu afo baka se da bi obi kwa wad man prisini a na onye man prisini a o maka se da bi obi kwa wad akani a o maka se da bi sanya menyi na ye nyama entwe yi ewo ye mai we mu ti Ghana ye ndo ye hu meni oba ye ndo ye hu at times who dear a bimu ye pa wo my wima na me ma sheme because of enemy dear ne pe bebre pe ninti enemy dear ne pe bebre pe nimiti say we ye enemy dear pa sank the yes boku say police pe ina ko hwe de etutura sama mo ye tutu na nyama service omo ye but ye nyina so ye wo my we mu ye nyina ye yo my baako ye nyina ye ne pa baako de bia se mi tupa na se mi ko baby ana se mi ko village kwa se mi kapanya ma na se mi kapepu se oh atam se mi duwa kura wo mo kura mo wo village kura light ni ho no se no se wo mo chicheji mi so pa no na like eya me de wa ma me ko ma me so me ma a bo bia o se mi boa sa village fu isa moto tanya mamra kwa ka chiche ho e fekeke but yama ye wo city hana ye hu lights ye hu TV village bi wo kura po TV kura po get to be for 2 years to 3 years one back kura po hu TV sa ne pan kura service wo mani e bie yama ye gu akra ye wani e bie chinye yama ye kura phone to mama no do emre ye ntu hu ne Ghana ni aboa no hu se hu ne Ghana ni na san to kwan we adwem ne njai na me so e wo platforms ye wo TikTok no san ye mo ana ye creating to kwan no ye ma ye wo sa platform ye mo ana ye creating to kwan no ye sojegum so hin na wo di na echi na wo sojegum ntokwa bi sipe ohin na owai obodwana akọ na aka wa wo man we mu madam asipa ya me shira mu
also host please how many minutes for a person come set time no 5 minutes by me time no work it so ya na me pese obi kasa na me kat no pesa nti a nti fa cha me nti no ba cha oba 5 minutes at least I'm now 2 minutes okay grandpa pacha yankwe we talk too much
MISJOAN
papa yes yeah jo so do and pomwe
Yamiado. Okay, men kakra men who say black. Who say black for you see we Trinity or Black Trinity. Black Trinity. Any jealousy, backbiting, na selfishness. Ono na a foundation of a black people. Ebibini especially Ghana. Ohwa yɛn family asanete so obi kɔ animu a ba sɛ busua no 1 or 2 ebe nipa ba miɛnsa ɛtwe na aba fam. Ye prezi akwala nka ɛfɛ sɛ ka akwala bi aben wom ebi a owo nimdeɛ no ke busua ni nyina bɛka bom epia no na akɔ na aso ɔmo so no deɛ da bi anya akosua ba a akɔyɛ siba deɛ menjentu saa na ɛde aya na akɔ politics ɛwɔ ahemfu. That's our character. Ade enya yɛn fɛ bibini mpe obi ɔka no kuro uyi obi a wotetwa ntra ɛwɔ Africa especially Ghana uyi obi otetwa ntra yɛfrɛ o hero sɛ Gen Z no yɛne abasa na ehu no uyi obi a utimi di atam a it's true uyi obi a utimi di atam a yɛhu sɛ oyɛ hero utimi di atam okaka bi kyepanyina ha oyɛ hero ntimi hu nti yankasa Gen Z na yaba na create the meaning of hero yɛne mean yɛn hero no yankasa ya meaning na yankasa create yɛn de obi de ntotoa ba na oyɛ confusion yeso oyɛ hero nti akwa na ebura politics na ewura ahemfo na me sɛ Ghana bɛsɛ a me blame ahemfo do know why ahemfo no mistake ahemfo no ayɛ ne sɛ tam the politics scheme no mo yɛ constitution no ahemfo no na ɛkyɛ sɛ ɔmo so yɛ mo institution to say parliament MISJOAN na wote aseɛ nti sɛ yɛhyɛ mmara wɔ parliament a ansa na cabinet wo bɛgye atum no ɛkyɛ sɛ ahemfo no so kenkan bi yɛde pa House of Chiefs ma ahemfo nyina so kenkan ti aseɛ esane fam ansa na akɔsoro mmie nyina yɛ den yagye atum but yɛhyɛ mmara yɛnyɛ ne saa yɛsɛ yɛwɔ MP yɛhyɛ mmara no MP ni sɛsɛ mpɔ MP bebrebe aborɔfo no kan so nte aseɛ yɛwie gold ɛyɛ ɔmo kan gold nyina ɛyɛ Ghana dea yɛaka bom na yɛahyɛ mmara no sɛ gold ni sei bisa sɛ saa mmara no yɛde kɔ House of Chiefs ɔmo kan bia na meba nti ekurone ankase etim no ekurone ankase etim ekurone ankase etim no yɛn dɔn ɛho te dɛ maa ne kan yɛn dɔn ɛho adeɛ ɛyɛ ya adeɛ ɛnyɛ yɛ fɛ can you imagine sɛ a woman bi kan story no ɔwɔ aburokyire nti na ɔtotɔ nneɛma bɛkyɛ ɔmo yɛ orphanage na ade na ɔyɛ saa no MISJOAN na ohyia maame panyin bi yes o maame ɔmbɛka kyɛn sɛ ohyia maame panyin no maame panyin ka sɛ na maame panyin ka kyɛn sɛ o nansi ya ne sisi ne nan sɛ ni sɛ na ɔsi yo ɔka kyɛn na woman sɛ okay wate na ɔbɛma ni sika na ɔyɛ den ɔde akɔ hospital na ɔma woman sika kɔ hospital na woman no kɔ wuyɛ wonu ma asɛm akuru ɔfɔ ka kyɛn woman no sɛ woman ne de maame na yɛ eduro ɔne eku na ɔno na yɛ eduro ntino nye sika na ɔde bɛkyekyɛ. You see, our mentality no. Yɛn yɛte wa yɛsu sɛ Awurade mbɔ ne yɛnyɛ sika. Yɛnyɛ sika so a ne ɔmo arana so ka kyerɛ sɛ nipa kɔ no wakɔgye eduro. It doesn't make sense. Yɛn bibia yɛ bibia yɛn tampo wohwɛ yɛn Gen Z type yɛn yɛ gyimi sɛ nananom no 4 days no. Yɛn sɛ yɛ gyimi brɛ yɛn po de yɛ gyimi kura sɛ ɔmo. Bibia nyanse no. It doesn't add up. Everything we do doesn't add up. Ɔdwene ho anti aseɛ. Ye bibia ye basa ye kasa ye hu asam no kura ye hu asam no kura ye nim story ni mpo ni asom ni de ekyire ni e boje so nti pa sa me ya na bi mu ka say African unity African ede enko unity na wo busuafo mpo unity be ne ho wo fie wo kura unuanom kura unity be no na efri wo krom akotra adu Africa mo ntuma adwuru anya de be fa na fie kura untumi na abonten nti sa do my dey me platform no ya metwem because makwa akotu amfo akwa na edi watam it doesn't
minisa sa na me metu ho mi
na woni mu ho
minima nka meko
de ba ye no
me dem hu
me mpo me de manko me ko ka chom se nka omu focus
me krom for do ma
me mpo me ko ka chom
yes just bono mpo me krom for do ma fo
hwe me say me asante me ko ka chom se omunja na ka mo kutu hawa e de mputu beba beba we
time no we and na
obeda sisia
so there ma is it on kasana later
MISJOAN
papa
na me person can bisa grandpa center grandpa na o kasana na o say ublemi ahemfo no say nke shemra ye for national house of chiefs na 1992 constitution na kasano agi ahemfo no powers a wo musem nyane nti amo nya den
mpacho owusu twemeba me fesi wa na me nchawade eyi chese ahemfo no mo problem ye draft ye mpacho constitution ye draft to America ye draft to Ghana ye draft constitution no mo he
me pacho constitution when na draft here
me say omo draft where were they o say achechire why should I draft a constitution e be chechire me amensa
even involve them am I involve you they didn't involve
no mo saja tumti so that's why I'm blaming them buy o man jitu enti
na ka chiro sam jitu 1992 constitution
o man jitu so what is ruling us now MISJOAN what is ruling isn't that the constitution
no well 1992 constitution no or him bia no jitu
Then say which one is ruling
about this very well
me pacho
I for the ruling
so me say sasam na
mo so we am e be set topic no
pay one day na ye be church and say be kasa about it very very well because very good
1992 constitution
topic no so
Inti abusia sa
dey fatu nche enko topic na ye be
Toto thank you so much for your rose and obi bia was so no ye da munyina ase grandpa
ye be hodi yeah MISJOAN ya atro sa we no to na next time ye pe time ni address ni hu where the problem is say bia na ahemfo no matter and ahemfo no mo ka ho so that we know what is going on so at
na papa je na nkasa kura se wan kan
1992 constitution the border phobia mo ka say me say 1992 constitution problem can see pass home
constitution ye gina bono for na asante for so mo ma ye ka ho a na abono for me krondom afo
so nti the issue that santokwa na ebeja ya who say ye no te say dem ka
me hu o metwam doma fo enye se doma
MISJOAN I'm platform no I'm ya doma fo na ba no ya doma new we say hwini dia wo kana sem no na dia ben no
emfa ho me say emfa ho we are all Ghanaians
iti eba le sen no mo age na che se omo motive ni so omo goals ni sen so omo person mo onye doma
that is it it's now say it is backed by politics.
No, that is very
good evening. Good evening. Ghana for your big problem. Your problem ne be adi the esi wo ha no. Asem wo ho a ye kan as a Ghanaian typical Ghanaian na ya wo na. Ya tete no wo Ghana.
Real deal.
Say real what take on kasa what you say one kasa uti where you born nti on kasa ni ti ho a be na you born
okay Mr. Fatima what me
because Oba now why your presentation within be 5 minutes na simple no be so anya kwan na why na presentation because ye nyina ye won ha obi a won presentation obeye ade ba ko edi kanya Ghana edi enya first eye nokreka awu o Ghana nokre a ye frɛ no nokre eni Ghana 2 sika enye ye dia eno ena yedi ewo Ghana etoso de nti American say nokreka awu o Ghana ne se Ghana ade no eye tuntum nipa na hu se ade no eye tuntum instead so be ka say ye tuntum no onim say ka say ye tuntum a on benefit in free minty or beka so ye koko na waka na wa benefit ayeden efrim because ade no kra nya media nti men ko ka say ye tuntum na ye mfa nkoma na bra me nya hwe de ma men ka say ye koko na kofi manu ye madam for je a obema me bi na fi wakoka na waje de nti a me kan say sikasem no so ahemfo aye kan omo asem sa ahemfo de na omo hene na ono te na asase so na galamsey ni nipa na ebiase bi obetu galamsey anase obetu anwea wo na asase so ana obetwa nnua no obedru kro no ma ono ne fie ono obedi kan akọ first ansakra na site na okọ no ebi aye be kire ne se wo ha no ma ye de nakọ saa o hene no yese wo kwa ahemfie a wontime mfa wo nsa pan konti ne nsa na ode kọ no saa ne nsa no ebri mo hene na ni so nti nka instead so de ne nine besi form aka se oh da bi wa hwe ba bi akuro nha nyina ye nsu a ye nom ni enti dia boa made a wode bai se ye je na men ko ande tum fie ha ne ye se nsu a kuromba ni nyina nom na mfa so ben na me menya onka sao just because or no opase ni fie o si wie enti obeje se scan no de asi ono ne container dem na to fence afa ho na fe kroma ni na over be 90% population no omo sofa enti is a hard time say Ghana yen youth na ye ba no yanhwe anka no kre ne yeso ye ya adwene se de ye nanamo ye no ye bekoso aye ne ya afro mo se no mo ya abagimfo a I don't know the Jimmy times aye de be ma yen aye ba na ye say ya ko school na ye sua de ye nim de technology ya koye nim no ye de ye be sen ye nanamo aye hu se no mo agin no because ya mfe yesen anka no kra kire ye nua am ya mfa no kra anto ba bi ye da Ghana de ye be san akoye chi ye nkoye nim medamo ase
yo ye da papa wan fie ni abranti
Okay, Michelle.
Me can't go because I you.
Oh, yeah, I am you. Okay, for buy am papa ni minister sana do ma force na yete. Che enko ka senya do ma ni kura na be ye nkese. Se ma aka no krenti. Be ye papa banja jam. Yo. Real young question.
Okay. Yeah, me that say. Maybe me start me point not from like a small me tear conversation for a while now. Now I am beginning to see say ABB minor. We don't know what is happening to us. Okay. Yeah, boy in game, but we don't even understand say yeah, boy in game. I didn't see what between Doma and Asante minor. Let me be honest with you. Idea we know it is not the doing of the chief, so it is something that is being created to cause division in the country called Ghana. Now, this is not the beginning. But let me go back to Kaya. Some few years ago, I think about 2 or 3 years ago, there was a division called the Western Togoland. That started happening. There were people in the western side of Volta region who were asking, say, Ghana. And it got so serious. It got so serious to the level that the president of Ghana, even though he wasn't popular at that time, that was one of the decisions that he took that I respected. Because he was able to ensure Cesar Crofona who were asking for that secession, he stopped them. Sometimes a lot of people said he was too harsh. But the thing was that Meka Western Togoland as a Meka about Nanado. Okay, that was one thing that he did that I think it was good. Because he understood, say, that division, it wasn't originating from the people of the Western Togoland, but it was Western for no, like Western world, no. They were infiltrated into Ghana. One of the tools of destroying a nation is tribalism. And a lot of Ghanaians don't understand. They think, say, oh, emotion. Ghana for a very emotional. As them see, we are so emotionally attached to our family.
Emotional. Can you emotional? Jimmy for can you
Oh, the Nyambotre, why?
Oh, can okay. Me Nyambotre. Masa, every high time you should say the truth. Yayama tra. Yayama.
You see,
Masa, it's getting worse.
And yet, truth is say bedi ate.
No, we are like ye and character. So ye and Jimmy natural. That's what I'm.
No. Grandpa.
When him say, I didn't make emotional is that you see, but we have to understand that baby we are seeing it is no more about anger, it's about strategy.
Okay, the real. So if a person is moved by emotions, what do you call that person?
Emotions need
I'll trigger people, but I don't want to trigger
the roadie.
Matthias, any problem here. Because you see, yeah.
Share. Also, grandpa and to us here, you can't emotions. Emotions will be a move. But the rude patron say you attach emotions to your tribes, yes, because we are communal in nature. Your nature, no.
Yeah.
Because of how it's here, the emotions, you attach emotions to your tribe and families, no. Well, son, yet here, and no punch say Jimmy. Emotions they will be a move.
We use more of our heart instead of our mind. Who we are saying this and
they will be a
okay, simple terms. Simple terms. We are saying use why.
Okay, but let me say it in this way. So, at the end of in Ghana, no, there is somebody. They are hidden forces behind everything that we are seeing. People think say a natural thing is seen and conformable. Who say boku niamane kosuni na? You think it is just boku for namsom pesomukwana? People don't understand.
People are making money through it too.
They are hidden forces.
Millions of dollars.
Let me explain something to you. You see, if you offer Ghana, if Ghana develops, who is going to lose? That is where we have to start asking the questions. If Ghana decides to solve all these small petty divisions, no. Nieka said we are going to move towards the level of development, and who is going to lose? The first country that's going to lose is called Switzerland. Switzerland, number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, Switzerland. United Kingdom. Number 3, United States of America. These are going to be the big countries that are going to lose when Ghana develops. Why am I saying this? The whole world, the cocoa industry, that Ghana produces about 25% of the raw cocoa in the world. No? Yes, it is worth $120 billion industry. Mr. Ahun say how much of this industry does Ghana control? Even though Ghana produces 25% of it, we control less than $1 billion. And how is it so? Because only creative problems. You see, $1 billion, less than $1 billion is what we control in Ghana. Meanwhile, we produce 25%. So it means that Ghana, we should not be controlling anything less than $30 billion of cocoa production in the world. That is turning cocoa into chocolate. That is the industry that we are losing. And we are losing that money because we have not got our acts right. And you think Oboni Betinasi said you should get your act right? Wow. That is number 1. Number 2, Ghana can develop when we have unity, like what China did. When they say China, almost 2,000 tribes, 5,000 tribes, and 2,500 languages in China today. Yes, but they've been able to find a way to work together and unify under Mandarin. Sorry. Thank you. So the whole point is that China has been able to solve that division to develop. Says here, America is afraid of China. So if Ghana decides to work away from the tribal division now we decide to come back, we will be a threat to the West. And here, number 2. Number 3, look at our natural resources. The whole world. Ghana has $25 trillion of gold. Oshe Ghana Sasena from Cape Coast, Bedrock, all the way to Tamale, all the way to the northern region. The whole Ghana is gold. The gold that we have extracted in Ghana is less than 2% of the gold that the country has. What are you telling me? Less than 2% of the gold. 40% of the gold in
Atlantic
the
Ocean.
we are working on a land of gold. So if Ghana decides to get it
they say you relocate Chrono every because I'm and Crony is Capocon. You say you relocate the whole
Western for and confusion basi near pete near the UN force just a boom, not just no Ghana.
And another of their plans. And the third thing is that education. Udim say, hey, Ghana, yeah, we are the only country in this world that United Nations International Children Education Fund give us so much money because they want to control our education system. Why? Because they don't want us to teach the kids. Thank you. Because Jumana, $25 trillion, and we will go and mine it for ourselves.
The real. I mean, yes. Secret to be the whole African, the smartest people. Ghanaians.
I know they're saying the
smartest because the first story building, the first water closet, and no maybe on Bonhu or Africa, our Ghana, especially Ghana in Africa, our Ghana, they were so.
Maminka say me slow. Grandpa. Let me tell you a secret. This is the secret. The secret is that Oko Egypt, and you go and look for who are the true aborigines of the land called Egypt. Ghana for me, I've done the research, and there's nobody who can challenge me. Say this is not true. Ghana for we are the descendants of the people who built the pyramid. They are professors in University of Ghana, Sheikh Anta Diop. So many learned people have actually come to the conclusion, said Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah himself even knew. Then let me not go to that side.
It's true.
So it comes to intelligence and raw intelligence. We have it. But you see, the fact is that Obronini Jimiyo, Ononim, when Egypt was great, the rest of the world were worshipping Egypt. So they will never allow you to become great again. So they will come after you. And
the real. How was even the Abrofo was able to do railway in Ghana that time not Ghanaians in Punomunko school, but we were able to help the white to build the railway in Ghana. Yeah, they know which means everybody railway in Punomunko school.
Concentrate on our topic because it's a very, very important one.
Okay. All right. It's very important. So what I'm going to say in summary is that if you have a country like Ghana with the resources that Ghana has, and the potential, because Ghana's economy, the true economy of Ghana should be about $2 trillion. That should be the true GDP of Ghana as of now. Economics, baby, they are calculating. And I've seen some of the calculations that they've done. Ghana's true potential is $2 trillion. It means that every Ghanaian, your salary should not be less than 32,500 Ghana cedis every month. That is how much you are supposed to be paid as a Ghanaian on the average. If we're able to reach our full potential. Now, if we get to our full potential, then we have become like Japan or one of the big tigers in the world. So Obronin Behu said, no, he can allow Japan to develop because they don't have the gold and resources, but he cannot allow Ghana to develop. So they'll come after you. And that is what we experience, So it's our petty tribal winning now. It's being engineered. People are sitting in Langley. I'm going to take plans. Say, I will say you with social media. Go and cause division. Go and say this. They are paying Ghanaians. We have a lot of Ghanaians. Some are spies. Some are Ghana. Some are say Jumawi. I say we know more critical than we are seeing it right now because these are the things that. And no if you go into the true story of Ghana, you should understand. Say Ghana's history has always been two forces fighting. One of them was for the liberation of the African continent, and the other was to ensure say. There will be imperialism. And not in Ghana, we have CIA bases in Ghana. We have US Army bases in Ghana. Why? Because they have to ensure that we never develop. Or even if we develop, it should be controlled by them. So my last point I want to make before I drop is that, you see, if Ghana should understand that we are actually having this particular China, it took China only 40 years to move from a third world country to a first world that is competing with America.
US Army base now Ghana, Bacho Infa.
Ose,
US Army base now Ghana and Pacho
US Terminal 1 is a base, but I'm kind of question. It's a base. I just say sharp. You must be sharp.
Yes. So Ghana for the US Army they used to Ghanaians would awaken. Yes. It's then there what Ghana no one see as here the course now you be seeing the symptoms, but the real underlying cancer is that the country is under attack. Until you say you might need be here. San Tokane wants to start in Bokuni and Manini. Ask yourself, who is giving them the money to fund those things? We're home. So bullet back home, almost 50 Ghana cities. How can they be there flying and come Ghana be all those things? Why do you get money? Bullets. They be a more concern how many years? Because they know Boku gold shall go Boku as here. If you don't know, I'm telling you today, there is gold under the land of Boku. All the way through to the northern region, and you go in Kwan. So if you understand the dynamics of course now, maybe on our but we have to be strategic because Ghana and Ankasan we are the Mami fancy our one share my cook too much.
Most of the MPC and MPC in Pebika CIA for MPC for no Pebika CIA for no.
Also most young politicians in Nakaho, young politicians and this MPP in Nakaho.
Vice President, no, America for so say Omokamoa. Edina, Mamma Yale. The bill you were through a month in your mail.
Inti Debia, you better not see ya. The Becos Wajigum see ya, and a country near under attack, and as into dinner, yes, you betting me, I get your family. And no was and no one sending awaking patron, but no one sending women no can say.
One say, Boku.
Awaking patron. Is in patron, Yama waking bra. Is it patron, Yama waking bra first, Nafi, Obeba second, right? Awaking patron.
I'm sending rare ID, a kind, and one and Pasameka. I was enjoying it. See, these are the issues I organ, but. What kind of platform be answer? Dodo na ntimi nwene nko. Dodo na ntimi nhu no. Nti ama solutions no. A bad thing say bit menya solution because the rare issue no and a rare ID abeka no. You see the forces I hold Ghana na enya Ghana nko. There are 5 countries in Africa. The Western world, America, will never leave those countries alone. They will never. Ghana, South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Kawan, Refuan. They will never leave those countries alone.
China cry the omu abeji. China cry is part.
Congo na wanka.
And you know Ghana no. Obi mention China. Ma memfa nto aso. China be so many areas are good no when now Ghana. Or the machines around the ground. That was 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow,
so they kind of satellites. I'm the satellites in the survey.
From north.
Wow, to my
no Asante region. The machines. The machines are being run for. A surveyor who go to win. And now, no, America feels a Ghana and India. Because America, the asset of Ghana, no. In Yagro. The name also in free Ghana, no. In Yagro. So he will never leave Ghana alone. Okay, and near we have some George, time Ghana, GP one some George, and make it mean Yakudu and America for warning. So when interfere with our internal policies, we know where your assets are. You see, those things no Omokasaya, the mere dream course because yeah, me dream also because we always look at what is happening at the surface. That don't mind no be don't mind no be. You see, some talk me to be frank. I don't listen to those things. To be honest with you, I don't listen because me when he say those things and it's just a symptom. It's a symptoms of what is happening. And you know, solve no crana. And near man the rare issue no crana. We got there to the rare issues. And the rare issues now, I don't know, say, if we can even handle it. Because it's so scary. It's so scary. And you see, our politicians, you know, they've used our own politicians, and they are giving them money, so they've sold us out. And you know, one ordinary person, we say, fight person in year, they'll use the military, they'll use what do you call it, the police. You see, so those police and the military, you know, they are there to protect those traitors. They are there to protect them. They are not protecting with the citizen. So the real issue now, those hands and those forces behind our politicians now. So I don't know. If you go in that partner, but who's there? Adding, to be honest with you, adding. They have to solve those issues because because of the resources. I didn't know my airport manganese. You know raw edigu ship more. Now from Habo road in Ankasana, a Habo on the crown. It was on time until when? Until when? I'm saying 5 years ago. Then I'm going to tell road. Let there be a tree. Just say, how? Now, me the marry when say, yeah, politicians now, yeah, you do much now, yeah, you do na omono, yeah, helu omo da bia praise omo. They are the one also behind all this. Omo na ton yen. And omo na ehye and sani ma we yachi. And no be can. Boko poor people, how do they get money to buy? It's our own politicians and it's only called saying our own politicians, and they know even nothingness be no more movie not na kasa politicians and no good parliament no more be na a tutu ne deko kama why kama no baby aye di no omri tu na kugu ho omri tu no kugu a omnim se yawie no mo akọ spark ya no baby na ta. Oh, let's all read the lines because here we talk only the symptoms. Now we be blaming Omoni Kwasi, blaming woman because some people who are you see they are just using them. Because omo no fight to edu omo tami omo dey kra na so and am say eja no wasie ni nti I say your friend say I'm can say bola suja this say yeah asie na enum pa dia ye be kan bia no ntina ya kasa hwe ema no because eja na wasie on sometimes so say me no nsa na before e betima dum say eja no ntina bia make say nuntina these people Burkina Faso ni Niger any sankrofo no Sahara Africa for no we no take that decision no so because that's the kind of freedom we need na sa hands nyina de beka so afa yo monko yes apa dia ne ye die me say wo de hwe and obi kan say bokontokwa how many years ni why can't we solve it? Thank you.
Yes, yeah, that's papa. Easy patch.
Yeah. MISJOAN.
Real patch train easy.
Oh, me
patch train not real. We are messing about so down. I mean easy.
Yeah. And I'm talking about Bokuishi. Bokuishi na kwe issue be our own. Now we need military enforcement. In and now, why never my order and say military in your mojuma? Politics. In a politics, not the Muhurna, the Omunia free one, you know, or my relax it. In Jacoy say, or mine, you need protection via or mine. If say, Omu just have one my mojuma, but contact within a day, almost stop home. Within a day. Stop all. Oh, but you see, a police need the dream to the stands there. adeɛ no ɛkɔ so koraa no a yɛnim sɛ adeɛ wei na ɛkɔ so nso wɔka a ɛnyɛ yi na ne ntina yɛtumi kɔ peacekeeping yɛtumi kɔgye award na yɛnyɛ kurom ntɔkwa just one particular town kɛkɛ one town yɛsi yɛntumi nsɔfoɔ mu just one town bɔkɔ ne kɛseɛ yɛ sɛn ne yɛsi yɛntumi nsɔfoɔ mu nti yɛ politics ne deɛ ɔmo kuye nso yɛhu yɛ nipa ewu wɔ bɔkɔ ɛdi bi nipa ewu wɔ bɔkɔ ne yɛte hɔ ɛma yɛsi a IGP akɔ withdraw police wɔ egu hɔ nyinaa how police yɛ training ɔmo ɛsi ntɔkwa ɛsi nti ɔmo ntumi nti akɔ withdraw ɔmo nyinaa na mama adwuma na ɛsɛ sogyafoɔ yɛ no politics na tena so to the sense sɛ deɛ ɔbɛma go ahead sɛ ɔmo nkɔyɛ ɔmo adwuma no ɔno nso no politics atɔ no nti ɔno nso ɔmo ntumi ma go ahead no ɔmo nkɔyɛ ɔmo adwuma nti no deɛ ɛkɔ so ne deɛ ɔnto sɛ ɛbɛforo ɛbɛsane afi bɔkɔ hɔ a de abɛwura parliament na ansa na ɔmmɛsete yɛ apo no yɛtwɛn
kyesɛ yɛgusa yɛtwɛn na ɛnɛ nkɔmɔ a yɛdie no sɛ afei na wajoin na kyesɛ yɛ abonofoɔ ɛne asantefoɔ dɔmaafoɔ ma menka dɔmaafoɔ na asantefoɔ ntɔkɔ a sɛ akɔ next level na kyesɛ atɛm yɛbisa sɛ bue yɛsi den ɛde develop ɔman Ghana ma no kɔ sɛ yɛde sɛ yɛ a weyɛ bo nti sɛ bi nyansa weyɛ sante nti sɛ bi nyansa we nti sɛ bi sei nɔte nti sɛ yɛde sɛ yɛ a ɛkɔ yɛ nim a mepakyɛw Ghana ɛhefa ɛna yɛde bɛgyina the real na wɔka asɛm mepakyɛw brɛmu na afei yɛngye yɛ last
yes okay we'll be a question be about a coin ben a Ghana bit me ade ne ho me boy and you see a very easy and very simple but a bold decisions number one Ghana education system na baller because a baller now the whole education system now you put school for I think about 19 years to 20 years but all that we go and do in the school is to go and learn the dictionary we just go and learn the definition of terms the definition of terms also almost to structure the education system in line of the legal profession. So Ghana education system, it wasn't built as engineering based, but it was rather built as a crutch. And I'm from the crutch system now. The crutch is clerk. So you are supposed to, so they built clerk system as the background of education system. Meaning we don't have any person who is able to do anything with their hands going to the education system. And here number one. And the first thing we have to do is that we have to stop taking money from this education system is also being remote controlled by UNICEF, United Nations International Children Education Fund. Last year, I hear that they gave Ghana about $20 million to refine our curriculum. Enemies of Ghana know to refine our education system. Definitely, they will control the syllabus.
They have to stop. They have to stop what? They have to.
Okay. So number one, we have to stop taking money from UNICEF.
Is that possible?
$20 million there. Me assure say we can use that money.
Possible. Na omenya why politician omenya share.
One minute.
No problem.
Me no na sebio ya adwen say ye pɔman Ghana ye sebio ya adwen say ye bɛma yitim ya adwen ya akoma mu aye ɔman no kankoro no ɛyɛ possible my ɔmo aka ne so ɔmo aka ne so na ɛyɛ leader na ɔmo di animu na tepi ɔmo bɛgye no sɛ me no ya no nduru baabi yi na de ɔno na do ɛkɔ n'ani no bi so bɛkɔ akɔgye a ye obibi ye wo ho
so I know your critical aspect. Okay, I know your critical aspect because the only reason why China is China today is because of STEM education. I'm not to say Clark education system. I want to train a definition of terms. No, I'm not to ball a share no. And I'm saying we are going to do practical education. They even went a step further and said, okay, do you know what? Our kids were struggling to learn English. So what do they do? I'm going to convert all the textbooks now from English to Mandarin. And the people are speaking their local language and learning science in their local languages. That is what China did. So if we want to develop as a nation, we have to go after the head of Ghanaians, Ghana for three now, through education. And we have to be strategic. Education is the most critical part of every country. This man, the former Minister of Education, friend said Dr. Yawedu Chumebwa, he did something that I loved. This STEM education that they were championing, I don't know how this current government is going to push it, but that was a fantastic policy. There were a lot of girls, young girls, who were building drones in Ghana, and I saw one girl be this pace setter, and I said, an SS girl. I think it's a second form two girl, ultimately building a pacemaker, and that was fantastic. And that is how China develops. So when it's me and educated the youth properly, and you are going to still waste their 19 years of their life going to learn paper and definition your country. So that is the first bold decision. Show the way of the and here number one, because Ghana has 23.1 million youth. 23.1 million youth. Now, 23.1 million youth, they didn't learn anything of importance throughout the education system. So we've wasted their time. That is number one. Thank you. And almost also to a TikTok. And that is the failure of our education system.
Yeah. The real deal. The real deal.
Yeah.
Mrs. Awedia, sorry, we are book bia na me read the title the
I'm saying
I said be a network and I start.
Okay. So in effect,
me kan kakra bi a kire mu na mo beti asem na the real deal kan ankasase. Me say e are who a published book nipa na o choye no the person was the person is a former CIA agent. I would also consider him as an economic hitman. Then some more book in
I've read that
book in the title then.
Confession, Economic Hitman by John Perkins.
Stockwell. Okay, John Perkins. Okay.
John Perkins, yeah.
The Economic Hitman.
Okay. Me PDF no, me hard copy and PDF no. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe
could be said the Oscar of BBB. The rest what and also the Oscar of BBB and also Murphy no cry. Oh.
You me patch mama.
I don't see how but
mama ni na fe ye last week na.
All right. So asem na like the things that we are facing. Don't say you need intelligent people to fight against intelligent people. We shouldn't kid ourselves. America for no, they have intelligent people who are 100% American. Or no don't mind saying or no so be say mind nani mind na akonini he doesn't mind. That is his sole purpose. And the whole Ghana also be so crew is developing and also has loyalty to another crew. So what do? You have to also counter. So you have to use intelligence against intelligence. Indeed, number one, education system. Intelligence. Number one, they came after education system. So what do? If you are smart, if Ghana is smart, we should take one of our local languages and translate all our science textbooks
now one
of our languages.
Ukofa chisisi a angrafo ntiase ahanta fo ntiase nkranfo ntiase ukofa nkran a ewe fo ntiase asante fo ntiase why na beji atum
yeah
okay
yeah so the interesting thing is that offer me your research kakra to translate any of the books, the physics books. University of Ghana for my invoice, they said it is $50,000. $50,000 to translate physics book into the local languages of Chi and Ewe and Ega. $50,000 per. $50,000. So that means you're driving $200,000. They can translate it into all our local languages. That is number one. So it is very cheap. Now, number two, no, is that if we want to also develop we have to also find ways to control our own natural resources. What I'm saying, as we are speaking right now, no, according to
the red work as a into potassium and potassium. Potassium.
Now, what is China for? China for China. Omo can Ghana. Omo can Ghana. Omo can Naguan or something like that. So Omo can according to the way Omo
they use the way they use the alphabet, their own alphabet. It could be an Kasawa alphabet.
Yes.
Yeah. So it can
they change the name Ghana. Yes, it's so easy. And number two, no. Controlling our natural resources. You see, you booty out Anglo-Go need those people out of Ghana now. It is only $500 million of investment into the gold mining, no. And another $100 million into gold refinery. $50 to $100 million into gold refinery. So Ghana has more gold than like Burkina Faso near there. If we want to refine it ourselves, it is $100 million refinery. Now, yes, our investments, we are in a year, no, your return is going to be $4 billion revenue every year coming to Ghana, between $4 billion to about $100 billion. It is to double Ghana's GDP in less than 1 year. It is just about you being bold as a leader. That's all. So, I don't know whether we are rocket science about the man from Manusia Kakra right now. Other people can also talk.
That's Papa. Usum Pacha Bremunafe, Anatina Shafa. Tanash Bremon.
Oh, that you see, the radio bet me akasa. Na dictation anyway. Bet me akasa.
Mrs. Star.
Yes.
Okay, you know, me conclusion me the ban say me person me can be to be far asem na near can na me read this Confessions of Economic Hitman ka krabia achemo na mahade like in the abstract keke na mati bibia si pa hwe entokwa we no hu yen ya yebetumi a stop no yen na etimamufo no especially bono fo anase domafo ni asantifo no yen ya yadwen wo fie de betumi a stop no se yen ya mfa yadwen amma say before na ejimi fo na ani amho beko am bedu ba bia bebre amankasa mbedi am omonyo mebon ono ti abrochi no okem no me na meti na han mse no man so ma say obeka sa to ogu ono ankasa data no say no ntino o si hu ye hu say nyina yin papa ko nyina fight towards a specific cause my nani hu enemies yeah ntino me call we they make me imagine the kind of thing or say an economic hitman sorry me patch I think say ayira kakra or say economic hitmen are highly paid professionals who cheat countries around the globe out of trillions of dollars. They funnel money from the World Bank, the US Agency for International Development, that is USAID, and other foreign aid organizations into the coffers of huge corporations and the pockets of a few wealthy families who control the planet's natural resources. Their tools include fraudulent financial reports, rigged elections. Also make us some of the politicians here, Juma. Rigged elections, payoffs, extortion, sex, and murder. And to know, sir, you say that human trafficking, there be almost shemu. Me say because I deal with pass. You can say sorry to human trafficking as we are here. It's simple, but they play a game as old as empire, but one that has taken on new and terrifying dimensions during this time of globalization. I should know I was an EHM. It's not an economic hitman. It's where some more abstract we are making a mamu. It's the idea no. Use 8 na se for na mo de dada on kakra and tokwan kakra human trafficking na e commerce crowway so ye komboa na mo fa ho NGOs INGOs be tubo ho o monte da bo ho no master sample no
boho no masa sample no ne say ha good wa ha say wa ha sa no mo ye omotu what is omotu to boho asa bohos
me ba also 1 minute pe me what primary school baby na me ko school so to area no ho one day say abro for some be too good asori dan bi anim omotu good no netie na satana me soba na me ni omotu I mean omotu nsuo no wie no na mo so mba be tu boho
no
netie no
almost sanity nyina di gu kake se satana me soba satana me dress ada omo de net na e clay bi santin bi sa omo de ko ehira na me bi sa me na na me so primary school
she omo de ko ehira
almost sanity nyina di gu kanu nsuo no so mutu wie nsuo na ni 3 years na nsuo ni say
Oma bepe de omo pewi.
Yes. Nti se wo kuro bi so na ese nkrofo bi abetu gold amount. On betu boho amount. On betu masa, on betu.
Boho NGO. Oh ye betu as you say school bu ha. Omu hia toilet ni nti betu boho aka ho ne.
Brother na kan.
Na grandpa. Udim say sorry. Udim say just recently now Donald Trump na can say almost stop NGOs in man. You heard what one in the man and I'm catching say hey, that NGO no USAID is an arm of the intelligence agency of the United States of America.
CIA. It's a full military. USAID is a full military government. It's a full military.
So I am more boss kra mon kan twi more. But na mo kra so mo twi sese.
Affect your local no. The other say local. It affects. Mam catch Miss Joan. Mami cho secret about USD no. Mami cho secret no. ISIS omo ko Middle East in Sisia no.
Because
me chewa de. Usa ISIS ntokwa ekosui. Unu say USAID for no. Omo sama ISIS for no sika. So omo fan to weapons.
Oh yeah.
Yes, American for soldiers and asa ko say o many ISIS for no boko. So na USAID for na sponsor ISIS for.
Trump kai na MISJOAN amani ufwa. America ye news. Trump si de ntia wo twam no. Boko Haram ne na sifo nyina US.
For nyina say USAID for na mo muska.
Yes. Ntia ne de nya de ye news.
Bika Ghana.
Jo.
Oh yeah.
Bika Ghana. Sa World Bank a military sector. World Bank na IMF. Enya banko. World Bank na IMF.
Na World Bank
IMF. Enya monetary ehwe.
Debi.
Military branch.
Na se mo judge na high record yen. 8 year dey come on.
Na book ka no. Wahu. Enti no according to Nipa no Ocho book no. Ocho book we no or dedicated them to presidents. That is the president of the former president of Panama and the former president of Ecuador. Amu nyina mo. And Ocho say amu wo na mu we no. Enya say amu accident too. It was planned. It was purported because this financial hitman no amu ko ku say amu ko mo japade na man. It's not some kumom. And amu kumom assassinate you. Amu enya say amu ko na amu kumom busuafo. Amu kumama mu ya maje son be support yom nti no amu kumamu wie no ni na makasa mu si amu president amu pe amu kasa de amu kasa president amu pe si so nti no hwe book yo minya yanka me send bi
o se asem na kan ye ne enye se bi a
the real
asem na kan ye ne enye se bi a like yeah.
Your time
the reason said the whole of Africa, baby a democracy be no one. The baby a democracy be any president too. Okay, as some make a check the real and say you say. Yan fan share to me say, sa abatuo no hanya keke. Yani abano ya to keke just to make money just a FSA democracy. But there is nothing like democracy. On one ye president. Oh yeah, they choose to when susu. On one is just a waste of time.
8 years. We dig a crack.
It just a sabius. Sanya Adam Ponchia Momo. No more dear boom to more. Oh
yes. Aha. Yeah, elaborate.
Back.
Yes. Well, about to
anything omo mpe Mosini no osro ho ma anything omo mpe na asem no because omehu say ono no o say why sick and tired of sir ade na ejuma na omo de come crew na ye no Burkina Faso no wehu yes and 34 times omo try so omeku no 34 times just imagine people ba ko
na bisa won say ade ntia ye be to aba yes say UN hwan security hwan one on be hwe about what is America to aba UN security for ko
Deb don't go
we make am say US for to aba who Africa ni bia gina wo say okwa committee decision jam nanso sebi na say ya adwen wo from sebi ye mpanfo adwen wo from pesemi kumenya ne baye fon ne bi nya bayi papa no bayi fo adopol want no adwen ni na say say nti broni beba bi gina
na my sister
na wa cho ye uvia na wa so fo 1 minute uvia na ya so e ho aba begu krom ha na fe nkwase adwuma na eti heye ti bi na adwuma na eti heye
oh yeah
nyame nchiom nyina aka
my sister
nyame be chiom nyina
my sister
nyame wo wan pa yes dear fire na ya akoso
my sister yes 2000 ni mo yes 2000 ni mo na Ghana for ke be liberty hu e wadwen mu un de bae and I'm Bako, the first black person to become the US Secretary General, because you say pine. And Chebiana will pay Bako, the Ghana full. I will pay Bako.
Full CIA, Kofiana no full CIA, Kofiana no CIA, Massachusetts, Kofiana no CIA.
And I will pay Bako. And the first black person to head the UN Security Council, Adukufo, and I'm going to say pine, and the say I me.
Mameka asema could be sure about rolling.
The question is nti ebenya da. But you ma waking I'm waking bram na tenash bram ya tre na ye wa ha nyina ya ma waking ye we na ye jagum kakra na fe ye ko mpacho ye ngo.
Nti na make say it's a issue na konsogan obeti ase ya emobo. Nti mka so obeti ya emobo. Na most of Ghanaian ye nti ase so na yenti ase nti no adane ye entasentase so sana kwa adane entasentase go so hwe ye media na me mostly no me kan ko omo mu use omo pa ye MPP is against Ghana but this is a secret tool for
MPP for CIA institution.
Yes, MPP is against
Papa.
MPP nkwampo ndi.
Unim say, unim say omu.
Ye bo prove. Eduro ye bo prove.
MPP ni NDC no. Awu bi enu nyina omu.
Omo mi enu nyina ya wa. Omu nyina.
Omu enu nyina.
Ma me nchaba de. Ni ntia me use MPP pa na say. Right from Kwame Nkrumah penso. Through Kwame Nkrumah was negotiating for the independence, no. They used MPP against Kwame Nkrumah. Okay, and the MPP quite ten and who buy. Because at that time, the NPP, you then as a for North, no, almost 10. So it got to a point that they wanted to use Rawlings.
Rawlings, some use no.
Yeah,
diversity implementation.
Good implementation. Good.
Okay, the kasa.
Yeah,
okay, ma
hey, is a grandpa one than host.
Facha me.
Come on, I ordered the door. I wake him, Pachobra.
Nti no sani ade no o maye no ama difficult say like ye beko because you see akowura religion mo nso is a religion nankasa so be Ghana tamfo politicians nankasa e Ghana tamfo nti no say no yen memufo na akaye no abeye each one for himself, God for us all. And yes you kike nti bubobubom nti asam no yes ye jan bi te say Burkina Faso guy and Niger guy na omubufu say no, enough is enough. Okay, Now in you be sacrifice and say, okay, I'm ready to die for my nation. I'm ready to die. Te meba ondo mukumi. Or send ye a person ye friend saying mama person ye. But now no, mama so sure. Mama want to go to the side of Russia and China. Right now, Mama per se, on the side of Russia and China because
someone in I time for into won't mean general.
Russia has never been our town for.
Russia for me is smart too. Russia for be our personal interest.
Anything that make something historical about Rollins and Soviet Union. Make something small. 1991. So that was the fall of the Soviet Union. And 1991, when the Soviet Union fell, then 1992, Ghana holding election. Because I say just after 1991, Soviet Union collapsed. The following year, we were holding 1992 election, and that was the time Kufuor was system. It was because the only person protecting Rawlings and Champon at that time was the Soviet Union. So the Soviet Union protection, all the things that the Champon was doing, Anka enya Soviet Union anka ultimately. And number two, during Kwame Nkrumah's time, that Soviet Union was also there and it was strong. So those two leaders took advantage of the strength of Russia or the Soviet Union at that time, so that we would develop. And that's the same thing that China also did. It is operation of allies. One interesting fact. In 1992, the time that
Rollins the structure adjustment program. Messi one also now also come because
an interesting point. Yeah, also Mamika has interesting point in that when it's a Rollins in 1992, the time he was relying on Soviet Union for his protection. And Soviet Union collapsed, America collapsed, Soviet Union, Gorbachev, then call for. And they now realize that Rollins realized he had no protection anymore. So what would they do? Now Rollins so he chickened out. And after that, everything because there are images that Rollins are on shed draws. Picture send man say, hey, when was he picture on shed draws? Oh yeah, mistake, you be cool. And I'm catch around Rollins. I'm the children and say, hey, me this thing I'm not supposed to say and say me can't. But a lot of things happen to JGR that people Ghanaians don't know about. Ebedu stage, who said no. No, he was being bold, but no, he has no foundation to stand on. And there's no mistaken, so ebe kun. And I'm pin structure adjustment where she ne kon. So the structure adjustment, what did they do? Now you don't have any
was in 83, 84. Me blame me on also say. The reason why me blame me on also say.
You say mama waking
wait on say
now means reality the same line
yes but me the same line say Kwame Nkrumah was purely socialist. It's not utiminya a whole lot of power utimi institute a lot of
Russia and Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes, because I'm a socialist. But see, in the year 1983, 1984, a capitalism in Yasha women near Etienne so a champion a champion was one leader. He tried to protect the Ghana interest and on the operation feed yourself by
yeah.
A champion was able to back a whole lot of Kwame Nkrumah's projects. The Black Star Line projects, no. Me say any champion we can good there now. Any champion we can good there. But in the year 1983, 1984, me see Rollins ya dey bien. Eno na me no sa me hu sa dey na ema ne hu be ono so me dey be kam no. Hwe amu tutugu Kwame Nkrumah so na Kwame Nkrumah diversify economy and capitalist. Ton Kwame Nkrumah japa me see Kwame Nkrumah amu tugu Rollins etim ema oton Kwame Nkrumah japadeɛ ni nyinaa privatizing ni nyinaa.
Yeah.
Well, and that started our woes. And Rollins if no. Not due to Sadio Man no unity between a champion time a champion be at the 5 years thing in a name. Yes, he can depreciate about just 2% pay. But Kwame Nkrumah yes at 83, 84 by 86 yes he can depreciate more than 500%. About the same thing. Well, until me and not be bien me didn't come no. Almost all shares had you in us.
And you see, also, and now we can say, you see, if we are seeing one on a friend saying, I quite say, will be a fighting. So, yang and Kitwano, Unya Alliance, also know will be the BONO for protection. Kwame Nkrumah started here, or Russia side, and I know and I read I did not come my history, no. Oh, yeah, a bit baby Rollins has no choice. Rollins baby because
Awakens. As someone making 83, 84 before the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Also, wouldn't say Soviet Union collapsed there. Okay, from it started all the way from the time. What was the name of that president? Reagan or whatever. Reagan, right? Reagan. Oh, yeah. Yes. So it was a like was a Berlin Wall fell. Was it 84? Right.
Yeah.
That was when the
83, 84.
83, 84.
Yeah.
Yes. So you realize that there were already cracks in that union already. It was the east and then the west. No, there was already cracks in the system already. But
it's how we are or best stopping the same like or best or be detaching good from South American president to brief in the be detaching 81 I've forgotten the name. Nixon. Yes. That president team he wasn't in support of the disintegration of the Soviet Union. What you say? The Soviet Union case thing a chassis a June peak in the year 1986 and a June peak. And I'm watching. Although starting from 1921, I know Osha who reduced this now in the start 20s no, but Ninyana no. By 1986 and cast the bedroom peak. But me crop on assembly American a purely economic. And me one thing they say, the who they say a bedroom may be there. Rollins is so greediness kakra the ben. A home na control the chassis no.
Yeah, but have you realized that Oshefana from 1963? What I'm saying now, this man, your friend is saying, almost former president John F. Is it Kennedy?
John F. Kennedy, yeah.
Yes. What is that? Kennedy? Was one of the presidents. I'm not trying to be good CIA. America should concentrate on America's problems.
Yeah, it's almost assassinating.
He was making friends. He was making friends with the Soviet Union because he realized that why would we have to fight against the Soviet Union? They are also a nation. We are a nation. They should exist. We should exist. But the CIA said, we don't need the Soviet Union to exist because they want to be unitary world power. And meanwhile, also you Americans, so only Soviet Union are more against South Africa or Germany, no. And I'm winning. Yes. So the whole point is that.
Yes. Real me about Tanash. When you're waking, yeah, bring here. Yet, I know my best way to go. To the my enter.
No, Nadia can book more. A history, you're true.
Adia be see or Ghana and penny for more money, Marco. BBC or Ghana, but or money, Marco. MISJOAN on say South Africa say, Mrofuna declare. Some party be said, even South Africa. Last Saturday, I did. That really be Ghana, but Ghana for Africans. They say, apart apartment ni daya tintin no mu
from Africana
Orania. I think the community is called Orania also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the people are Afrikaners.
So what's it there be?
MISJOAN. Etamu will come osu. Some areas be osu residential areas no.
Laboni rather.
Men can say yeah they can osu I abron for the when you can osu ho.
Oh, okay.
Etamu come Ghana ni untimi nko ho. Ja ye tonton ye dan ni nyina be old house no maton ma jisika bum na nipa obeto no onye Ghana ni o. Onye Africa ni so kra. Eno mo bi
Tanash nie eboayen ho kakra aronis ya yemu bi ne nye ho a but eboayen kakra ne say Ghana land no and say America land you buy it forever. Ghana land in a lease.
99 years, I think so.
Yes. At least 99 years, 90 years, some get one.
There be say me betie 99 years no enye boni no obaji ye no 99 years ni year ni o start asase no eno ni ade ba kwa most of ye to asase aye nhwe ukoto asase a wa ukoto no obi edi kan didi mu dadaada ena wo kwa akoto ndi nipa na twa 40 aka 50 years and 50 years na wo benya nti abrofo mo ba ni nyina say me labone na me manage labone estate. And to Mombana, it be 20 years, 30 years, and yet but it's subject to renewal. So, and then I say, it means my education in the grounds, you say, ni South Africa, near Beya. They allow their owners, no, or once I seen your Modian and Cassan, it will renew now. They shouldn't renew it for them anymore. So, education to me called downward. That's what it has to happen.
I work is 30 years, 20 years, 50 years, mpacho years.
Inside but it's no. When you don't have so many benefit.
Say how you need dia. Now I je for 50 years. 50 years in between na me no mienu ye wo hefa. Na ye man kura ye wo.
So be say go face. E be say go face say omo mining lease ya wu a omo pe renew a mahama mo say omo renew mo bi no omo say omo ne man koi. E be no no. Good. They give them a thing say
be a sebio na adwuma bi ono so wake up na o se on tia so be deny omo a ombeti just
I don't make us say
first you know cry ni kwase ye accept cry na starting po
no accepting it there is the unko situation mu bi da akọ bi dan ka okra ka be yo dan ka be gisisi ya
sika mbe ofa no nye sika.
Yes, that's it. Papa we
kasem say tia waking.
And until I was saying it or man. Yes, and until I was saying because no, just imagine say Moye Busiafo, O Papa Ewajamo, a dine war, Laboni. Ne Epiqua, one etim, one renovate, one didn't see a damn say, Ubia Bassam Mamu, $100 million. More for Mammy Abusiafo and Tanta Mobaji.
Oh, Africa.
You see, that's it.
Africa. Ghana.
Was it? Obeji. No, Ukran Kabeji.
But what's the Ghana situation there?
Yeah, the other baby, minimum bushia, the generation in your one so ye check by percent.
Yes, share womb.
You see, Mamicho Adio, near MXCSA, or signing lease in a man or no. Sometimes most of them they don't involve lawyers. Even when they involve lawyers, when they take the money, they don't even care about the documentation. Abusa from Majo Musika bi. I don't know Abusa for be or least no more sign the crown. They don't even have a copy. I don't know Greater Accra. Akwaso omo no. Cause Greater Accra for e will lease copies ah. But nanka houses be na lease e wu a. E was go back to that him for no. Because they cannot take a legal action because they themselves they don't have a copy of the lease agreement. You see, and I don't idea high in CCA. Yes, idea, mommy. Say no man, so laboni, baby, no, bibi no team call laboni.
That won't me.
Yes, one team call laboni, bibi no team call.
They say, Claudio, I'm on the back Roman rage when you now.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Na Ghana, the prices of those lands are maybe East Legon wait me in your land $2 million, $5 million. Even Oko places to say even East Legon, West Legon and those places now and like compared to East Legon, you are talking about $300,000 for a piece of land. And so now I call even Hachu. Oh, the Yanka say call those down Hormona. When your land, the lands are getting to almost about $80,000, $100,000. Wow. So you can imagine.
We are causing salad, back at Grano. Ordinary Ghanaian, intimate to us.
That be intimate.
Foreigners, the American Jim for say, Mama young Russian court, you crass and go to talk, you crass and sassano. But who can't get a phone tea, Mama young court because a new time will move on. Now you have to talk. Because right now, dear, we cannot compete with them. Oh, crew.
That be. Hey, no, let's not to why I say.
I'm pass you. Achimesuwa hino. Asase da ho no ma amudi aye yimfuo me father die wu me father asase aye wu mobus beye getting to be 8 hectares. Ebi no dey keka ho. Unim so akosesa enkofo no e dey abigu sam amabe asase no.
Ohino.
Njam be yi enfudie ohene. Amabe yi enfudie wo so na amabe tu so.
Ohene.
Ohino enti no maka father ye asase o sa kuro ni so pa. Maka chem father say yenya plan tu ni nyina so. Na nya registered. Enya wo hin no o ba kwaso no ankoso kwan papa so a
na hefofo na mo ba no twani
na nya yesi wo
ntwani nko
a enti bizane o
ya mo nkro no
no mo plans be o part say na military for ye ayo
when nyina wo ha tenash when nyina wo se ye ka ho asema ye nka na ye di atem ye gina hini bi atim ye di atem
I don't make her say yes. And you was here.
I say you can't want some. And you might also say free and sat. And you pay free and sat. Never win you now ha and can I yellow some why I back and want some. What in a way do you be at them? You can't moody at them. And be trembling
or do you be at them? You come with us and you come with us.
Oh, Clemus,
lady, dear Millie,
Clemus and
or dear baby. Or this other
number. You know, higher say, come with some. When your platform, Moody Diatem. No, when you poke, Sunipa, 200 people, 300 people, 400 people. No, Mudina shoot Yatem. C'est dit I bet you see
I tell you dear pa Africa Mr. They me call platform bisu sa ohu me call platform bisu sa oh me ya first submission we girl back up obeso bodi matem kama and then me try to say yes me free konwa fie me ase me sheda ni kofi ankasa me manifie kasa me kasa mane ton akoma so afede me wie obi antibi ankasa bi.
And the way you drop him, you
be a friend.
I want to buy because I buy yana and what time or fruit is as if so in me personal. I buy yana and what time or because I don't make me recordium. Me screen recording. Hey, now yellow no is a now yellow or such enough not of hair. Me.
Messi
next time Messi on be kwa you picture e dey akoto o mo chi say
oh amundi mat
na o mu twa
na o ho
sa na be ye
my history and the man do mo cha ya
Messi na wo ho o se ka ho asem na yellow se ho won ka ho asem wa ahemfofo achi e na mugina na mo kontokwa mo hwe de Ghana ye de ye Ghana no aye obi de oye obi eja pade abono fa
na nye obi eja pade wonka
Sorry, the Maya to go. The forest. Yeah, to go do a hop. Sorry, the Maya to go. The man cranasing na minim crofua. Miama busha for Bimuka Homoya Galam so. Miaman and Namoja Pad, Miaman and Namwasa, yet Toma China for. Most of the Maya to go. When we now house and Mokan one can was a mudina and a moody attempt. Who made the matter more houseway? Mumra has made the matter. Make him.
Oh, I had you want me back. So, all say yes, na said because you have a frame or Cassibia, na you wouldn't say give me dear. It's not had you want me back.
But what's the interesting enough? When we put aside the way they want to drive us away from the main issue, no?
Yes.
Towards the place that they want us to think. I know you have a diversionary tactics, so. I want to say the core of the problem is entertainment. All these things that we are seeing, we need to occupy our attention.
Yeah.
And there are things that fundamentally, the person is the one manufacturing the FBB manufactured crisis. It's one of the tenets of the CI4. Among manufactured crisis, they can come to your country and say, okay, do you know what? Let's create confusion in the country. There's almost to say about some no, or see maybe create confusion. Not occur. So what will he do? Number one, or share who export to cocoa. Only a big Kwame Nkrumah 1966. 1966, yes. Almost said the biggest support of Ghana's economy was cocoa. They bought that year, 1965, almost a lot of cocoa from Ghana. So the cocoa market price went high. So Kwame Nkrumah was so happy, say, hey, child, these people are buying cocoa. He never knew, say, it was a plan, it was a trap. So when they bought that huge quantity of cocoa, in just 1 year, the price of cocoa went up and Ghana made a lot of money, Then the following year, they made sure that Ghana has used the money. Then the following year, you know what they did? They stopped and they stocked our stocks, no more toffee Ghana, no more they flood the markets, And when they used it to flood the markets, I feel nobody was buying Ghana cocoa anymore. So the cocoa market price crashed to 30%. It crashed by about 80% of its value. It is the cocoa they exporting at $2,000. By the time that they did that, the cocoa price was $400. So Ghana couldn't get 80% of its revenue. So that means that Ghana couldn't pay teachers, couldn't pay nurses, couldn't pay doctors, couldn't stop continue the road construction because this was something that they created. It's called the economic hate job. And that is what they do. So when they do that thing, then there will be social, people will start uprising against the government. So the government becomes unpopular. And these things are things that they sit down on a round table to plan and strategize. It was a back together somewhere conferences. That is what they are doing. Yes, exactly. So it's almost to me to say Boku Ntokwa almost to say New York, it's for plans. Asante versus Doma, Bono versus Kumasi and Asante Minor. They sit down in US. And Doma.
Yeah.
You see, they manufacture it in US. So almost manufacture with US. So normally they export to Ghana. No more formal agents, no more Ghana. They say, hey, we want you to push this agenda. Yeah. Then the agents will also go on social media and push it.
Also now can be
because
Mrs. Star, I'm going to a platform this no Domafo womu baby a amamu froba soro no nanaba no mi pa me se ma come platform so da o yes ahwini onye domani enti na ba ne say na omo mutimi gigiri mu kika sensem no wahu dia ban motive asema the real deal kanu
omo platform
omo aha me se nanaba no yes ahwini onye domani enti no ono no onye domani no dia ban pa no oje osanto kwani dia ban pa se onye the real deal kanu onye bibi ohun a dia ban pa no oje wo
mema modem
it's sad
just because of him
very sad
bia ofiri bai
no small yeah small they've been sent. And Adentia na idea in Tokwa, yeah, something is beyond my it's a rivalry between Ghana and Nigeria, jollof rice wars. We sorry, I jollof here the same. Say America for some create confusion now. I'm be sorry one
day, and it's baby.
Every year go.
One day, baby.
America bet me aka say be okay, we jollof rice one, you be man dane on Tokwa nkasa. And no bet me aye. All the
say a friend say wait time any Ivory Coast and come create war between any Ivory Coast.
Oh yeah, because of cocoa, yeah,
come create.
Because of cocoa, yeah, because on say, say Ghana and Ivory Coast, they produce about 70% of the world's cocoa.
Yes.
You know, you bet me, I can say, young Tom. Who couldn't back and international market. We will do our local processing. Yes, Anna, a international cocoa market cocoa price now cost. And the cost you enjoy because say you process now it will help to increase the value of the cocoa. Nothing now by a honor. It is Switzerland for enjoy you, say US for now munya credit because US and so resources here now the back here $1 now. I'm weaponizing no. And you know, any these two countries though, I'm very interested there. Any man to consider on them camping among table home. And man, when you say I'm also,
Mamenka one last thing before the whole never end. No, with him Alex Jones. Okay, there's a US news commentator, my friend Alex Jones. Or release be about Ghana. I think it's about 2 or 3 years ago. What them said, Ghana, a bit time here we had a swollen shoot disease via a lot of cocoa. It brought us from number 1 to number 2 in the world. All these things now is here for another one. Onoka even 1982 come na AC or Ghana na 83 come no. Yes.
Yeah, they call
it. 83 now women. Now for any woman. 83 come. Yeah, Rollins in marketing. Rollins in money. And Tanchembi, Yana, pension, Tanchembi by ye,
China, to buy.
What them say most of those are running in and they were Yaria or man of Mushi by some documents now. A lot of Ghana, I say Ghana, we have to open our eyes and understand.
Still, because they're common. Oh, Tom Brown, be ye, Juma Pan, Tom Brown, Kele, Adriana was a kiddy, dear Juma, my God.
Yeah. Tom Brown and your mom almost the frame will break Ghana for no. Mrs. Star, on said, the Namia Casam name of us, dear Chiniwo. Platform is or say bibiano by your choice. Other many need chini. And you might be say if we don't find the root cause of San Yoma, we are blame me.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
You blame me. It's not people platforms no here and a 224 and they are doing here. That is why I don't support it too. And he find the free back.
Yes.
Where is it coming from?
But who said they have a
Sabio Moy sample, Sabio point for money, my and sample, or matching and 9 yensa.
Yes.
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 Now, who say weather modification about 1921, and according to Sir Alex Jones, or say some of those tools use to cause drought in some countries. And one of the places that they targeted was the Soviet Union. They are supporting nations. And Ghana was part of it. So that document, I'll look for it. Then I'll come and expose one of these days. Social media. Not go who are there. It's a three common 80 years. Not a idea of manufacture and yet natural.
Say earthquake. They manufacture earthquake.
Ghana man in Nigeria guru. So once I'm and
I said Ghana yet China for any other way for it near best Soviet. Who says Ghana as near good one gusu and near Sassina sent me as a kitwa. But yeah, Ghana for crying.
uranium deposit ɛwɔ Ghana
na ɛsɛ ɛbɔ bi na esi wɔ Ghana na amanfo ɔbɔ wa ɛna ɛyifoɔ de bɛ to dwa environmental de bɛ fo bɛ kan ɛsɛ America for na be spray we bi wo o mine nti o mo be spray no na ye honom no Ghana for na ni penny wo enti money
Ghana
for monetization
ni pa Ghana nka ye nkoti kuro bi ye se fra abrewa hwan kuro ya asoja for
abrewa ni nkran
ni pa Ghana
abrewa ni nkran
ni pa Ghana ni ye forest mo adan city no
ni pa Ghana
sa sem no meti ni amsini o
we mu nyina wo ho
it took a single journalist. It took Sadiq Adams who? Sadiq Adams.
The first time we breaking news, no say mo be a man for comment the din atam say enye no credit politics. Ye the politics.
Sadiq Adams.
Ya ton ye.
Na office and penny for no money say o
Of course they know.
They know.
Including my hand for no mujino mo kontokwa no. They all know.
Yeah, they know.
Begina hini bi achina wudi atem. Instead so beka asem papa mo man Ghana ni bia to ni team ni nyina ye together. Na ye nyina ye push one goal. Gina we yan kanani, we ye igweni. Want na ho mu gina ho na China for na be fam nsase na afa mu ankasa ma ko esi.
Some be fire. Hwe.
Ye be go
we are talking na ekoso no hu.
Want na ho na yele ne na ba ho whatever you call yourself.
Oh, they are part of the agency. No, and Tokwana ekoso no is not between yen it is between yen and Kofono. The leaders. It is a war between your leaders, no any conform leaders that you. It is a try home near Hukuma. You better achieve and go.
Amana my boost to Omodu say so Brenano China. China Donald Trump can when Donald Trump never China president to cry on fire. China president the king call. China cars now no. Cars ni yen ye try table na wo se de na me de beto table ni so table no hwan na ye me China ni na me ye table yes sir Ghana de ye ya
Africa ye Ghana for yes na ye
there be o
na yes
ye
you good oh you diamond oh you wait then I also the then I would do both to work. I say I will not submit to you because you peace.
So we've sacrificed all our resources for peace.
Peace.
That's what we've done.
Peace peace akola
at least without the check. Without the
3 times a day food indi. Peace at your hospitals in Naya Basa. Peace
but I wake time bomb
peace a ball a minute.
Anytime will be a opposition they will use that peace to threaten us.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's what they
want to know.
Yeah.
That be a thing that it's not because and Tokwana Yakune. Me, oh, yeah.
But who's it? Awaken. What was it? Okay, are they when talk away starting from some share over history mupa. Over Kaiser Papa no friend say Ghana Goosely no. Or not Sa Papa no. Or no Ghana Bonsamu. And yet you money I can yes you are there was school yet. Your friend is a grantee war no.
The grantee yes I Asante war.
No, Asante war. That's war. Now it was a world war.
Black supremacy.
Okay.
Nkɔmɔ no deɛ matɛ mehyɛ da akɔ akyiri ɛtɛ ɛhwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ so deɛ moka ne deɛ the solution now we have to get the solution to say the real work now the solution is we have to use intelligence to beat the intelligent. We say China use ntokwa we say Africa no yenim Tuare say oyade but how Tuare Burkina Faso dey no wa fa so waye no it's a little risky so what I say but China no omo dey na say okay yen fan tokwa wa yem pamo but dunu ma dey ye be fe nkrofo ni bi aye fe na dan ko dada do ye be fe nkrofo ni bi akosua de omo ho ye wi ye be twe omo aba nti omo dey ideas no back to omukrum so what I say ba Ghana no so ye ne ya ekuru na nkasa Ghana ye tim ne ekuru na nkasa ye ndwene ho ekuru so nya ye nde nti ankasa ye abampo me sika se ye nko sua de mpo nsan fambre mpo a yansa fambre mpo a enye ye na yanso a yes yanso a ye abaya sponsor ye no because ye ndisi abanti sem pipi no so am pesa me ne beboa sem pipi na boa so na me de kwaya ndisi na wo so ntumi so mpesa me boa
yes one na omo ma won fa ni na
say ma won kran fa mboa mamika unu say guy we are oil fiber optic cable the real kind of asantini a okan won oil fiber optic cable
Thomas Mensa
Kombeye speed train na speed train plus the one said the whole Africa yenye baby a repair aeroplane say aeroplane bi asa dey say the call we into Kombeye no kumase abaine de oh ya baboa oh this and that aman ye wu ya hwe mama na wu free man you surprise kwa ye man kwa de bureaucracy ni ya baboa no na fa we bra na documentation na sikase na man
grandpa okay say bureaucracy keke na onya na o be ko ya obuchire bi gabi what you say
so we have many ideas guys a bit say the real okay say okay make I say we are
qualities were how
okay I'm here because of you
okay qualities qualities
it's okay this is not my call but it's gonna be your call what's it politics my name
they say politics were
it's not about politics it's about talking about good measures okay Ghana no sorry I don't know say Ghana I didn't think hospitals and computerized Dr. Kolabu I don't know senior regional hospital Dr. Inime health status school no am to only take you might and UDS what are they learning
bravo
it's about good system it's not about politics okay GPS I don't need any GPS of Ghana to long term why? So when you're talking about good systems, good institutions, about basic things, okay? And then I care about, Ghana man and my population, and I talk about my EU politicians now. As a Ghanaian lady, what do you benefit from the country? If I say Ghana, what besides our question now? Ghana from Europe, America, Canada, they get benefit when they have babies. I don't know how any be. So a fact, no question. This is not about politics, there are proper systems. Okay, so Ghana government ATM marker some won't club because I'm gonna won't clan a motto a politician like John Mahama, ATM, I'm gonna Kevin Taylor, no did Ghana Fatima. They have to be appreciated. So that is my point. It's not about NDC or MPP. Okay? And then two, majority of Ghanaians some way they do online, sorry to say, I'm more Ghana club if we no income tax. I brought a proper system to room. Boom, you gotta pay your fucking income tax. Majority of Ghanaians living abroad, I'm not gonna come to income tax. So if I get a shit to talk about, it's not I'm attacking people. Don't pretend it's all about Britain or Hunyansa. When you're Ghana, who are you? Do you cover the country? Do you cover the environment? This is my worry. Yeah.
If I hear question you can see.
So I'm okay everything general. Oh, sometimes what sounded to me is I said me I like me MPP you know like but we are talking general yeah.
Maybe Ghana hu ye die ne ye dwen Ghana hu ayi say o man be ye yie eni ye nyina ye ka ho asem e wo ha so what I say
yeah, sorry I me track me tama boy I start making money in tama I know how the country is run. Ask yourself, so why say Ghana? Your name upon you know crap. Ask yourself.
I am penning for now.
So is that fairness? Is that fairness? Democracy is about fairness. So if Ghana your name upon you know crap, why?
a whole 60 years. I can't percent and developing
right now, John Mahama, in the last thing in politics in Ghana, actually says, so you see our treatment on a tamale and I say, Boko and I say, what? Answer is no.
Mama, young go back a crab to young topic in Nana, you come so that your brother be who assem and now come or and this animal winning.
And your tea and walker.
That's what say upon.
Yeah, upon
there be a point.
Yeah, upon me training Ria, nothing will become one.
Joan, yempen hwehwe ni mu, yempen hwehwe ni mu apon sen. Obi ampon ye.
Aweki ya. Aweki ya katro.
Joan, me patch before bebe mu ma me correct this in notion nipa bebe na aka say Ghana for do na ntwa tax. Ghana for do you see I keep on correcting but you see
anu ba enya system na ayato wa wo betia.
Ghana obi atwa tax. Obi no ntwa tax for Ghana. Only say tax
whether direct or indirect.
Yeah, direct tax no and no more mutua ni sha because the government is lazy say odo obi abeba that tax bracket in him. But
I'm talking about monthly income tax. Direct tax
monthly income tax.
And that amount for your universal tax the whole world, even US plan what are they be a tax that's but at the end of the month every paycheck or every 2 weeks paycheck government take income tax. I'm talking about income tax. I am on that Ghana for no, okay? Who paid that?
Tax no. Na Ghana credit sky one credit say KTR tax. The amount of minerals here we credit KTR tax.
Good.
When is let me tell you, when is my control. I'm going to find the rocks. And in your house. Go to your find the
New fine, Nibisao. Oba US ha no. And system no. Omonya ne te say America system yi no mind te say Ghana system ya. And ka wo so ta wo betua fa mu ntua tax.
Oh man, me say me ntua fa me wo Ghana ko ntua.
Omoye system na ma wunti.
I'm saying say me wo Ghana ko ntua from how much advanced country like US. But you go me senate car almost see I want it.
New thing. Jaina system no se Ghana nye laziness and aye ye GRO se hinfu ye omoto so ye omonye hwi ya and omodi niema egugu akwan mu ti se de abrochire ha ye ti ya enka wo pe wo betua pa
GRO for the whole world omo revenue system omo bon pa aye GRO for okay nti then you can send an American. Send American. She said the solution is Santo Quankating that ye can see a BCC. The solution may I wish then Caban Crabbe ban TikTok or cry for at his bed Treman TV. I assume I dream. Well, because let me tell you something. Maybe. America.
Creating a platform of fashion first be fire be what you wasn't talking about.
First year, DNA for Yescano. Also, the Baconto, so yes. Now, since American is say, who say we a bit before now. Our problem is Yanankas, you say your problem. First thing, your problem by Yanya, where say your problem. So I say, it's a problem. I don't say me share news. No, say Palestinians force at the end or my Africa no more. Africa, some of the African countries are boom to support them. What would do problem? Because also in Palestinian JDU. Who 3 days? 3 times you can't even eat 3 times a day. Because you grass. Also, got your name you are going to support for what? Who krum ukra ho so adware
yam fan ye ho
who krum Accra last year you say Accra you saw short for say 1 month to say Accra a who greater Accra up to now Ghana even one problem
you be offense what you dam
I'm a big bogu so
me was enyen so no
enyen so one we count just one single problem in Accra and you say the whole Ghana pay for MISJOAN
say 1 hour platform 1 hour no platform for this kind of talk. Not in term, not somebody could drag him for 40 dear attempt. Namia Bruni and Amia Domini.
MISJOAN, I can answer some number of people also a system. Opamian starting the attempts is able to perform buffer.
Mrs. One
Bunko from buffer.
And I said, you not do no Bahamayakasa. I'm okay with say, Babit and I'm Madre. Never.
The whole greater crowd, never greater topic. Abandoning politicians, Meba, Mammy or Bekacho. Politicians cannot even solve just one problem. A wakra issue greater crack for centuries. Into which problem can the politicians solve? Say even greater cramp up to now issue. Tell me one problem or Ghana politician can solve. Tell me. Since so keke a free lake water lake akosombo lake kura the way to Accra kura emu shada kilometers ni nya hin bia o we jadam timi ya mani ebuegu any alternative inti say if greater Accra kitwa we greater Accra ko hwe map na size na ebeka say regions nya greater Accra na so we can't even solve just one problem issue for so many years on birthday politician, just one. It say which problem in Ghana can they solve? Ya the Ghana nyina boma, Ghana bit must solve. We are just being used and we are being useless in this country. It's true.
Obaso uties come up for father man. Obaso dey be jam.
Pacho say o share we na yes abono for any asante for war. One abono for na asante for war.
Me, there's no war.
There's no
war. There's no war. I didn't say the internet nana spread the idea with.
Sorry to say me.
Listen. Fans spread the name of see critical awareness near who say Sanya Mena Kosono ain't me from Puntu Magana ain't me my young Kwankai into we should put that near man somewhere you also had the two baby nothing you focus on our goals see you be push your my Ghana my young could him for nothing could the attempt near na ye coco back in Paba the African
MISJOAN you see then can say on or no one
awaken your man burn nothing
okay
sorry
new thing kasawai
well I mean that issue you know I think say more a foreign Europe and I said North America I'm gonna making that kind of noise but me I respect everybody and I mean we will be and I mind you me will be set as a human being okay but the point is I don't know you me name with that me share with that so if you say a Bruni na kasa na tiawa some Ghana for the account mo be say some money dinner and some money tina HTD right
yeah.
Remember America technology, I don't believe in that saying. But I'm telling you, the Bruni ni BA Takiwa, Bonidina address no. Now only don't talk and say Brunfu blah blah blah. Okay? Because maybe last time me experiencing it, the way I experiencing Ghana, no. I can prove to you that I respect diversity like everybody. Okay? So my try Ghana baby. But most of the guys, sorry to say, I've been packing out, sorry, welcome baby. Biscout, I don't know Biscout, me say I've been packing it that, but Biscout today, I've been packing out program. Over the D, me at him. What did I do to Adam a Biscout over the D, at just because I'm a me for the bono? No, Obiano, all pass as so pick a tribe up so bum. Okay, so me, that is the reason why Michelle Yaku just say, hey, why am I born? I need to know me to West Africa, Ghana.
Why?
I person go fan going.
I person do go to Tokyo. They want to Manhattan.
Oh no.
Cuba Cuba Ghana Cuba
Bonidina oneninka so we dey go court we dey go police station emrano but Asantini ba could do one year and just so could you Asante for United. That is not the case. Because I will tell her to know. Our political business stereotype. Okay? Ghana for a behavior sign in our social media so. Sabro for your Mubu Abutra. Say no more feeling.
Omutimi kasampo.
Oh.
No.
Omutimi kasa.
No why say ya. Adwuma mu ye.
I'm for now man dream.
Da bia mo kɔ adwuma.
Sister, thank you.
Mo ye nyuma fon no.
Thank you.
Ye di mo atem.
Sa behavior na o ye bro.
Me officer, medwuma mu officer abrofo no kwa na toto ye na egu ase.
It's a stereotype ne nneɛma na mo yɛ no. Sa abrofo di mu yɛ ebi yɛ mo abrochira. Tell na umetimi aye. Enti me in a short form me catch us say hey, me uni me. Ushia me kra me experience. Ushia me kra bra. When was the last time we tried plane ticket? I can't go asama tell me. No. Ento so broni na di boni din na won ne nka. Bra obetin di na ko.
Na dia waka ukron kasa no working.
Yes. Me me abunu unti medimatem. Ushia me kra bi over fere me. Okay? Me a TikTok guy 6.7 feet.
Bunini abakan.
And the baby and how near Bonofo no doma for bad do near Batempa, but the Nadia Nedina.
Sorry, me pato medi manusino. Domani Kumasi issue no. And to say Israel ne Palestinian for no. Okay? It doesn't benefit anybody economically. Okay? And then we all chasing economic power. Okay? So that is not my cake. Thank you.
That's it. Na ya me bisa sento kwa ye queen domafo. Ye so ya ba Kumasi be fa ne ma ne ye de ko ne yakwakoto no. Kumasi fo so de ne ma ba doma inkrudwem ne baba be ton ne be ko. This is insa ne ma fun ye ye be da akoso aye. Ni nyina so esika e boa wo ne wabusi. Ye ka mudi atem. Jo. Am say ya be na nya ye be. Ti no. O se na o kan biya
my sister, and you know, me sa inconform.
So I fache me wat na ya unse ya pon nti na menti me peko fache me do yi.
Ni kuru jina na so den na ho sa wo so mpon. No me.
That is opeko co-host na woni ho bia ko so amana. Listen.
Osu be host.
And the man because after I'm out for why.
Tanash knows on better you over. Oh, see, uncle.
It's sister me kaka honi say New Hampshire jai politicians na dia machina amu Ghana. Why? Now also me kaka me kaka honi say and say you bu ye nwa bunfia as Ghanaians, men as Africans, as Ghanaians. Remember, who say it's a mistake to be born, and I say, to be born on the land of Ghana.
I'm proud to be a Ghanaian.
Yes, be a blessing to the land. Adia idia omuntia ema oba Ghana sasu manimpie. Na fire bua o my Ghana mo. Since say oba wish say anka wo de ka wo kwa dia anka unye Ghana ni. And also before you nyimi na bibintia.
Yeah.
Tina amana basa no. I was say I don't hear chiri kwan. Ni ehwe na yetim to
ase. Wan won bibi. To na me kwakọ swear say
oh the can no kra na me bisa say take how long as I may am citizenship. Me ba ko so ka fra wati. Me kum bisa am say me se me de ye den. Afi de me na ma ba wo mienu a wo miensa wo nna ya wo. Because say obaye o say once obi wa no ka say wo nye nti me ba wo nye. It take me be 7 years and some me accept say metimi akwakoye me. Say me bie ma no apia.
Hey ya wonti.
I deny me or my film.
Deny.
Yes. But me menti. Aye. What you cause?
Don't say. Never so baby. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, so there uncle.
Asemu. And you know, Minister, and some more can you know say come. Say we declare no we say what power with you what for my say who say bia ohia bi who say America in America now I'm an American na fine to say no. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Makoye no mo di flex social media me bisa say they a ya where ya na metini mi mu na de omo ntibia na
say da bia me
na
Africa for na ye wo honam tuntum no ebi mu wo ho a omo kura honam tuntum ne keke na mum the real African spirit no omo de na nya bia ya switch omo kwa na adwo no mo ntimi ama any fankrofo ne de ni bia hye
my sister because of orientation hwe unim da bia me kase ho we nyina no it was socially engineered ade a ye share that trans ye and the dia bi drying into your everybody nyina ne free you ne free you ba e wodo beba na se ebe wodo na beba no e wo se ye na yitimi kwatwe ba you know, yes, me no coming dia. We shouldn't blame ourselves too much. Yes, Anna. I say you sway from the actual cause, no. Now say you are blaming the wrong cause because we blaming one the actual cause now survey. We blaming who sir. That is the idea. Me the American know. I will see you share the direct cause of your problems, no. Yet me to us here. I know the any panel say, but yes, yes, me problem ni. Now send your personal yard no ye the answer the panel on the sana na. And no any pan bit me blame. Aha. And any pan bit me blame no says choice na me choose here no. I'm based on your mama singing na still now make me make choice ya man no. Yeah. You know me kakra me kakra.
I'm say so far yen na ya kan last week winti abusua mo me fancy na before I be kon mesra mo ochina last week na ye kasa about tight nti ye kasa this week I ochina ye beto aso tight part 2 na ya ton sa afre nzima so mra na o mechire mu kakra nti so ye sofo ana o ye evangelist na se woni mu pa yi a won so betimi enzima ba na fi wa ba be chire from a Christopher on the side na ja yen so yen kwa sorry no
for no
what's it then
let's I saw for the crowd you say politicians no sister I'm with for me you are king ya say Romano say
hey Tinash
yes me part 1 minute it is the way you suffer now person nzima ba be talking about and I say
why sometimes you want to be hard on me
mbacha me ba
no I don't want to be hard on you they say what's happening now make kasana me say in your politics
Tinash I'm a bia she weni ase wo bi she weni ase eti o ya suffer now person nzima ba be hia wa ha sei now customer Christopher on the side why we should pay tight no na nzima so de ye nyina ye nzima kan ye no ma ba yifu ehu wonka na ate na so me boa opes ade na wo boa then ye wo
oh no diversity
inti say ya kwantre wo not nzima so be kasa ma ye no ma ye nkwa asore eja ye yes nche ya yes ma fo no se de ben de be ye na nkofo ye di matam nti abusu nti o kira mo me nhia wa ase mo me nhia wa ase
Mrs. Star
yes
Mrs. Star
yes dear
she me send some mini write up bia me try ya che e nyoma first na me tie church or sa nyoma to Facebook me trust some mini write up the head mentality.
Okay.
What the message am na oku read na say one do obema etimi akasa fa ho I think say and also no betimi aka kwan ye be for so it could be a route to your liberation kakra.
Okay.
Because
why they say my joining politicians on it? But why?
Hey, what's up?
Me na me kai.
Oh, also, Canada and US.
No Ghana. No Ghana. Hey.
Accra.
Mo Accra.
Okay, Martin.
To their channel.
Na ka o person ka we dia fan che. Afanche say
I said there now my key comment to me.
Hey, catch my head and you, Miss
The first time I joined the program. Who are US one?
What's it?
I got to America how?
Who are US?
I
know you make room name.
Why
Oh, you bet.
Yeah, bet. Can't bet.
Brony. Okay.
For the bono chairmas, Damachamus. Running free. One best that Tony and I want to aim in best call beam. We are not called could be as one teaching mine. Go we also.
Oh, state bank.
What's it?
Oh, New York.
One got trouble.
Oh, New York.
One got trouble.
Me want New Jersey. What's my got trouble? Baby, I'm a school.
Okay.
Yeah, for her.
I'm not tenacity. Tell him you know
yeah, for her boy, no team.
Baby, I'm
fun to Nantia Farm.
Also, Atlanta, right? American is saying.
Yeah.
American is saying Atlanta.
Man is Atlanta.
I was I working in an area, my quick class school doors. Yes, sir. Hey, Mr. Tinash.
I no panic. And we had the no one could be. I
won't say curiosity. I won't say Nipani. I hear now. Why am I baby, Uncle Skum.
Hey, yeah, 1 year. I'm not funny area. I'm not funny area.
You're going to hear Mampo.
Comedians. Son
of
I know.
Now, yes,
I know me to be quite for
and pointing that one. Pointing that one in the party for now.
Oh, you're Brony.
Awaking. Awaking. What else? I want you to do.
I am here.
What classes?
I drove by me tonight. Honey, a woman, mammy free.
I drove away.
A drove by a friend, a drove by a drove by.
Anyway.
Turn on off.
Okay.
Turn on off.
Ain't she? I'm peeping in a friend Kusibu for only if you grow up.
Kusibu for a no fan. Until I am a bonnet, son.
My sister. My sister. Mommy had debut. Tenash. Tenash.
It's your Pajaus.
Me pacho udi empire den udi ankasa ofie di ankasa ye den
me di ama santoa
ye asma santoa me pacho ni Hampshire
what
me pacho ofie di ye den me shewa we di
ofie di
dabi me enye brofudi na me pe eno no oba ye kase me friend di hunu enti me mpe brofudi ne pe ni fie di ankasa
oh fie di very action
pacho say
Aksum
bay kaudi ankasa udi kwaku ayi kwaku anane kwa ayi kwaku alese
oh nana
Dabi nana dabi se onse nana ya ode de die do ba
ya wana na say
fiedi
ya
wan me di 2 pen on my Clement Aksum
hey o ma me no mo pa amudia it's na on person obey Ghana ni but uni but the person be can na say the person be can na so your friend owusu tachi ohun your friend Tinash ya santoa your friend Ama Santua, sorry. Your friend sister, your boy. Who's me bra cry? I draw your boy. Yes, me bra your friend your boy. Me bra penny your friend your boy. Me bra penny your friend your boy. Me achimni asantini. What you say?
Achim.
You do you na say. Okay. A patch say ye. Into no, your fans say make say me asantini because of say me nyaba bononi na me penny Tinash bononi nti na me ni omo. Enso no ye nyina ye din ye kro. Wahu. Into no dia ben pa potin pa tina wo say me ne ku. Enya sa
say ben. Ye pono dia me ka fra be sisro he den.
Me pacho.
So maybe I don't have problems. Some be calm. Maybe I want to enjoy life. So me who's already signing money, but I don't mind. Maybe I hate say. But you who say like Okofa like police is send me on my life. I don't like it. But say when it comes to the Kumasi of my issue, it's none of my business. But sometimes I hate to say it's a bit picture of like a bit provoke my wife then. What is it here? Because it's not fair say we say the money back to be upon it. Oma one is on sorry. Abronfo United. Obi no na opeke tribe wa. Enso ye wo na okay say, "Oh, me person me free tribe." No. Nobody have that kind of right.
The man say yempe no correct.
So what?
Yempe no correct.
Well, why do you condemn people? And I mean,
Master, sometimes who say amo yes are there na come
the technology
na Ghana ha kasa onyansa ni bia ni ha why na ha
the technology
yeah bro ya ho
Bravo me bacha ya
na ha say it's me my light off no be
Africans is African.
Also 1 minute. What's your one?
Oh, yeah, the person, my medical classroom. And mommy, oh, say, me minima semana more can, but many be to me, she said, Bonnie, abro, sebi. But the American say, she said, Bonnie, abro, that's remording, mim, ahoya. Ashe yen ma and he say abono for say asante for me I really don't care. I say yeah chichire no na nkwasa for biti baby sane
nyabotre na I was okay.
What I say yeah pen kabo mu ade bia yete ha
Africa too. Say also okay na nkofu we wo me anu anu dom afo say see do ma me ateme na. Tino be say do matem.
Oh, but Ashimi, Ashimi.
But when you be platform, when you be na me ha, but when you be sir, I can for mommy cousin be sure. Ada, I am na mechanic say ana Ashibi no, but sir na was a mechanic. Ada Asante for. Oh me na, but Ada mitia me yentia.
Okay, sorry.
Some of us to Ada Asante for nyina ni beda ho no be hu nyansa pepepe no. Africa nyina beda no. Network ya den.
Yete okay.
Oh. In my life no me see.
Yete ne okay o. I'm sorry na kunu ya bomo. Yete.
Ma o don ta saka.
Yete wonke o na.
Me say. Moteminka.
Yete wonke.
Me say. Ada Asante for any Betty. O ma dwene beda ho no ma dwene beba fie no. No be hu nyansa no. The whole Africa ye bede ya ho. Asemi maka almost ntiase by my son can be because bra ye brand no me Asante ni pure me 50-50. The ya hunti. Onim say mommy ewiase maka say mo wa hada ba me saka. Ewiase mi na o ma Asante for suru o mo fere o mo yamrofo. Enti nema ye jiji so nyina. Oh yes, I know what I'm saying. Nema ye jiji so nyina ye kaseti ade nyina omo de oboa. Enti say umu uni o ye tuntum wo kurom. Na sa wo fere bro ni dwen say bro ni ni pa. Anya dam no abo. Enti na me say Ada Asante for be hu nyansa no. The whole Africa ye bede ya. We nam di jam. Wa ya Asante ni a won ti ase nim say me wa fa on shema me. Men so me shema no da. Enti wa won ti ase no. Obetimi ga be wo so. No, unse, there's nothing like Bono and Asante. Mommy, there is nothing like Bono and Asante. There is nothing like that. So long as metimi eba kukum eba bedo kuku wo ho no me who difference I want me know ntem enti me dey sa dey no enti na me ka say I really don't care say me man ntimi ampe wa asem na say me hu broni na me pe na asem a that means am adwene mu ka me yare and na mpe say ti ase but very soon
me offer and say ni nyina ye problem ye move to na
o say
ye cherish me sibu because ko cause ye kase ho
no but of usu Asante for the no yeah very serious oh I'm telling you any be nin komo any me come for nin komo na tie the
African Institute is it near ama madram baby biso na edu maybe an person worry na the fat tribe be me modi me ma mi jina ya we say say okay that na menya broni pemper bia na program se do worry kanu di of me na me say na broni na woni no kra wo pre na do oti enchen ya na wo mpene wose broni eni wose broni ni culture broni di oni culture I'm in fact okay na ma meti eti asam na so sie it was so
enti on say ade na ye no ye bre esa na ase ebe me didi atem but atem didi nso dem ma me se me didi atem enti ye njai ye ho na ye ne ye ho nkono because ebasa ema obi ye what I say she only asantini kasa ase me ni bro ni fita kura ya adwuma na wo me ma fa me ni bro ni fita kura da na wo ya jimi ya jimi enkwasa keka
na me offer say onu di enti afa me adi we yi wo it's not peculiar to only Asantefo ye mu be
baby offer
na only na me person ye person o say
o life
me timi solve when ye person solve what you say it's not peculiar to say Asantefo na me yes
on say me ba baby I free me solve her answer said ye can bonasem ne ye can Asantefo sem ye wi a ye be kwa other tribes because the metimu no eno na wa se medika kan na me solve hwe me ni bebra akasa woni ne kasa so hwe mi sister ba ho me chiri ba oba abena adana obi am se na me ma me wa platform so na am se obi be kan asem bi na me bufu ye na me se I been for you be some ko ana na ase na mo sre ana bibi santi ofra mi si mu ana me na ase me bu afu na me kasa na se kwa me adan ana me se ayo obi na kika nkwasa asem kire me adan asem o kan me refi but me church mu kire na oh me fi no wo de asantini de unim nyansa chen obi ya ana me se na ye ne brofo ha na enim nyansa o se o da bi broni de unim nyansa chen nipa ne ka se emrofo nim nyansa chen what I say ana me se me mpene sa asem enti me kan no ana me sister say oh Ghana had the Asantefo in nyansa nanso so emrofo nim nyansa chen and Asantefo have accepted that norm say broni nim nyansa chen nti so oni Asantefo be break asa obeka say ye pese yesua omo nim die no na yekodi omo so tie nkwase asem and yet people want to know.
I mean, Ghana Education Service curriculum no more try again. You will try to read it. Huh? Why don't you blow up Ghana Education Service curriculum? It's a bullshit comment. Throw it in the mix. If I met that kind of people, I'm gonna tell you, say, hey, bro, you two brony moja a glass bottle. Near to black, moja glass bottle more. ultimate differentiate, okay?
No, but you know, senior. Yeah, for more than hundreds of years.
Black come to her. No doctor can differentiate heart way, a tuntuni heart, and as a heart way, a black and white heart.
I disagree with you. Because when you shed the air, Becca said, "Never come more than that or be different."
No, I say Ghana Education Service. Syllabus in the curriculum when you try idea of Ghana. It being okay. It's no be statement now make you say a man for say Kumasi phone Ghana money inside. Me in front of me
Kumasi phone kwa na Asante for. You can't Asante for on my money na what I say. And some American I'm on for better TikTok. Obi equity in Zemani be at Charlie. And $70 until them I mean fancy her. $70. And $70. Oh, but me background me batona. Me batona nanke me debat.
They buy and say me number and say yeah me platform be modern. Na sina no mu si di atem na me comment say I don't think say atem we ne ntokwa we e koso eye me mo ye pega na kan kro dia ye puti away with Asante ye nyina ye ba efi say ye nyina ye ho number ko ye nipa ba pesi asema me kan ye asema me kan ye ni nsu toya ebo mi ameka say
Ofa the equity the na broni be dey so achapa hey
man and make us say the assembly is not peculiar to a specific before na kasa no ye hia adwemu
ana ye queen na fine fertilizer na fine new menken
I think so domani cow say dey me ya say me kire mu kra say ye me ye doma me kire ba bia me fi me krum kra ba bia me tekra me kire kire say ampa say me ye bunni domani na so di omo ye no me no omo nya adwen ya say platform ye free ya say e no na yele ane ni ya sankofa ma me ba TV
mommy what I can say is omo de pe lies I can tell you that omo de pe lies and followers forget it moment focus on what the moment focus on the sister program you focus on it
say omo busu na de pe life sir omo busu life ne so hwe ne so
no offer to you let's understand that
that is no more area
embana na amubu sa life this no amubu do do ayin na biti bia matu
na over the
minimum sa ba any say bia ni betimi aka ye dia mi so metimi limiting to sanse
we forget we ayi be se me na be se we me dia ye enku asra ma wa mu aputo
me ho tantan na me wi me ko hwe nipa na ka chese me ho tantan me se ready
ba wa mamu nan a wudi gina ho eno obi wo ba akokra no atete aye se na ne twed ayi na food na twed
Ghana economy Ghana for fees of money Ghana economy
tenash wa pon ye wa body
ni ham she ama wudi atem nyina amu gba brochiru sa na na ba ni na de be
frustration is stress so frustration is stress ena omodi yesa
sebi omo kwati bi ni na bi ni sina no bo omo kwati bi ni sebi bi ni bo wro mo ti na fe
somebody can catch them say momo ya frustrated and ma better na TikTok too for kitanse me dem dey can catch us
rakwa me hwe but mo me buy ade a me huni say adwuma bi a wo ye bia enya effect wo so
Na ewiase mu nyinaa adwuma bi a woyɛ bi anya effect na mamenka sembitinash mo abonofo mo frite cashew more than 20 years munya hu nyansa sɛ yɛmfa fruit ni nane wine da bia mo export seed no obia hu nyansa ASANTE enkran your friends the whole bono ni nyina esire onyansa ni bia ntimi ansore anka sɛ nat no yɛmfa yɛyankasa yɛmpapae nat ne yɛayanwe wɔ ha this is export nat ne na broni akɔ yi ada ne yɛgyimi saa ni na aka your project ni ho ni na Africa yi ni ho
senior listen as insana me ka say who's a Ghana for time I plan no Ghana no omo chance omunya chance ko TV ne television so media guys no omo bi o mano a na Ghana okuko boxer with diamond in fact no only resources there I didn't make it say okay omo refining rocks okay omo refining rocks in the Americas yeah Enti kunkuma refining and it's a light bulb which is one of the greatest inventions. So what are you?
Oh, nasa Germany for sure say free Ghana hanye ne.
That's what American said. We are refining rocks. And every day, everywhere you go, metals, you know, but yeah, we go to the box side now, it doesn't value because I mean Taiwan for club produce cheap by any shit. Yeah, they say for I won't make more income time good now with making. So that mindset said, you will go or diamond. I know I'm a lazy talk.
Oda mami, china ba na me ma ya frame na me wa blasting bebre said I any day. Say
Nah, what's
that? No, if I cross it, no, I'm talking.
So Baba carry
Martin. And it's a boss. Meeting your friend, you there, me Nancy. Okay.
I think I'm 4 home. Oh, 5, yeah.
Okay. How I found?
I bet from this room, I'm on that.
Huh?
How I found I about Washington State, yeah.
States, yeah, Seattle. Ghana for no so many years and Omura. And then I visit a baby a plane, okay? Baby a plane. Oh, Seattle, okay? Who's almost so many years and what's going on?
Free miles and free seal.
Also,
Obia Motica sugar, multi fruit in Igbo.
No, I don't see. I had no one nanny. I had no one nanny. I rocks. And you play. Mountain, move for play. I know you're near Gino. I had no more, okay? South Africa, it was British Airways. I had no more to play. No more. I'm a planting of Baku.
That's it.
Yeah, Mama, we are going to ready.
Man,
do you ready and money?
Hey, anokwa momianka na Ghana wa kwantumani bi se se de se Ghana fo ntu kwan enkotena kwantum kwawu wa dweneti memfo ho ampa enti na Jet Prime Block Factory aba ya toye boase ahwe de Ghana fo hia yen se se de mo amwo bodwase ne mpotem kaso akrodua ene wo mu afie chichi ne benche Central Region Winneba ne ade nyina moto adi kura asam ne se Jet Prime fo ade Block Factory kenkirenche besi ho a eba no blocks a yedi si dan dia papa solid concrete blocks, hollow concrete blocks, pavement bricks and sand blocks abedwa so na ne bo nso wa hwɛ mo ho so no modie pepepe betimi atode a wopɛ ɛdan bi a wopɛ sɛ wusi na de yɛ dekora ne sɛ equipment a yedi si dan so mo agye aboso a pibaros na ohia wopɛ sɛ wo rent concrete mixer afei wɔno mo apɛ tankers etimi supply nsuo bebi a wo bia water tankers a papa supply nsuo ɛwɔ bodwase ne ne potemu nyina chat prime block factory ɛwɔ kasra krodua bodwase road wo de from ahomatri foso 0241 888 031 ana 0533 644 607 ebusia chat prime block factory ɛnyɛ saako wɔsan so yɛ osi adanfo sɛ wopɛ masons carpenters wɔn a wɔn nsa no yɛ fɛ paa ne medwuma pa wobɛtumi aba high carpenters mason afo papa amomo asan kosi udama nti chat prime block factory ɛde fua Jat Prime Block Factory esanso Jat Beauty Supply omo nuama nyina so fi America and abedwa so Jat Beauty Supply body cream papa spray deodorant roll-on hair cream all kinds of perfumes nina abedwa so obehuam ewo papa so number 2 opposite John Mensa Factory prayer homatry for 0241 888 031 and 0598 318 233 Jat Prime Beauty Supply omo de nuama papa efi America abedwa so Jat Prime Beauty Supply say adie bia muhia ade aye woni pedua ho ama waye osondo uba ho a eda ho chapo
ampa mabaa